And that's why a chicken pot pie is not able to be converted into chicken noodle soup. Just
I disagree.
It's
because you can totally do that.
You got to have
very
the right
much one of those things.
You're just not trying hard enough.
And welcome to the stream. Hi, I'm Jason Russell from Critical Dice. You can find me at Critical Dice on Instagram and Heaven Help Us TikTok, as well as thecriticaldice.com, where I have dice subscriptions, merch, and more. Welcome to the Grey Watch, our new monthly D&D campaign. It is an anthology series, so you don't have to know the whole story to enjoy it. There's a little bit of lore between all of the different episodes, but if you're coming in cold, this is your first one, not a big deal. You have joined exactly at the right time, which is now, which is the only time any of us ever have. So we're very thrilled to have you here. Let me introduce our players, or let them introduce themselves. We have two guests tonight. The first one being Quincy's Tavern.
Hello there. Hello, my name is Quincy. I'm of Quincy's Tavern and the Lucky Griffin. I'm excited to be here. Hello.
And Quincy, where can they find the stuff that you do?
I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and you can also find a brand new cookbook, Recipes and Regalians, Traveler's Guide to the Lucky Griffin, available right now on luckygriffin.com, full of 60 recipes, full of fantasy, fun, lore, and stories, all full color art. Go buy it.
You should go buy it, yes.
Please.
Excellent. GW.
Hey guys, I'm GW. What's up? You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005, 2 V's, 2 zeros. And I'll be playing the Owl tonight. If you're seeing him for the first time, I'm very excited for you.
Excited for all of us for so many reasons. Our other guest tonight, because Cole is traveling in Japan and things, Sir Pfeffers.
Hey-o, I'm Sir Pfeffers. Thank you so much for everybody for having me. I'm very excited. I am the primary dungeon master for the Long Shot Table. We got 3 weekly stream campaigns. There's a YouTube. There's years and years of content. Feel free to dive in. I'm very excited to get into the Grey Watch and kind of leave my little mark on it.
Your little indelible marks, yeah. Pfeffers was supposed to be here for the first episode as a guest, but his internet... didn't you lose power or something in the whole apartment?
Yeah, lost power. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was just the internet, and that was the most frustrating thing. And they were like, well, we're going to have to send somebody out. And I'm like, listen. And then they showed up, and they were like, we don't know what's wrong with it. I was like, guys... Please.
It's literally your job to know what to do with it.
Yeah, my roommate works from home, like he needs the internet.
Gosh. And to round it all out, Jonathan.
Hola, buenas tardes. My name is Jonathan Perez. You might know me as Latinos Against Spooky Shiitake Mushrooms. Just take away everything after the bad word.
Taki mushrooms.
That's my username. Yeah, take the taki away. I love takis, by
the way.
Don't
take takis away.
You can find me. I love takis. But you can find me everywhere. That's Instagram, TikTok, Twitch as Latinos Against Spooky. And I'm also 1/3 of the newest tabletop Tempest. So an AP channel by immigrants or the children of immigrants to raise up the voices of the marginalized communities that we surround ourselves in. So, good stuff.
That's awesome. Very, very cool. Excellent. Maybe at the break I can get a link for that. We'll put it in the chat. But so glad you guys are here. Thanks for rolling in. It's going to be a great game. I don't think I have any other announcements. Who here is going to be at PAX U? You want to go to PAX U? Jonathan is. I think some other people will be from chat as well. So be looking for Jonathan at PAX U as well. But I think that's it as far as announcements and things go. So without further ado, let's get into it. Somewhere amongst time, space, and the planes of reality, there stands a building, a structure, enormous in size, many-doored, comfortable, wood-paneled, simply known as the Hall. Here in the Hall, we find 2 of our intrepid heroes resting between missions as part of the Grey Watch, an organization that goes wherever they're needed, whenever they're needed, to stop catastrophe just at the last moment, right before everything goes dark. They're the Grey Watch. we find the owl, who I still can't believe I'm calling him that, and Rex. How do I say it?
Rakes. Kind of
Rakes.
Like, yeah. Almost like
That's right.
AKES.
Yeah. I have my other note card from last time where I'm like, no, it's like the farm implement.
Right.
Rakes, got it. All right, okay, I can do this. And Rakes, what are you guys doing here in the hall? I think Vaughn and Sage are off back on their home worlds doing various things, and it's just you two right now hanging out in the hall.
I think that Owl, he currently has a headache, which it happens every now and then because of his psionic power. Like it just kind of like comes with the territory sometimes, and I feel like he's like massaging his temples and like looking up over if Rakes is around, just like watching him like slowly do his turtle thing, and me trying to like understand what is even happening right now.
You hear a little like psychic warble behind you, which kind of is almost like someone turning on a light all of a sudden in a room, kind of like with your headache. And the blue flump called Balthazar is kind of floated up behind you with two tentacles out. He's like, "Do you want me to? I can rub the temples."
No, I can do it myself. Thanks.
You sure?
So, appreciate it.
I'm really good at it.
Yep.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yep.
All right. I can see the future. Okay. And he like floats away. Rakes, what are you up to?
Rakes, just again, turtle green, kind of wet at all times, no matter what. Just walking around. Has already offered the owl to use Mage Hand to like massage his head a little bit, and has again been shunned. So now he's just doing minor illusions, just kind of trying to make him feel better, and just minor illusioning random things. So he's in front of him, but not directly, because he wants to give him a little bit of space. So he's like a good 10 feet back at another table. He's like, well, what about this one? And I like minor illusion, like two small chinchillas doing like a little circus act. Is that any better?
No.
Okay, hold on.
I don't. What?
Whisk them away, and I'm gonna get 3 gerbils doing a trapeze. Well, what about? Is it
strangely
the
strangely that's a little bit better.
Okay.
I'll just stare at that.
Yeah. It's kind of like the equivalent of watching those ASMR videos, but just visual, as they keep repeating the same routine over and over again.
Yeah. One of the other flumps like peeks up and says, "Oh, can you do like a Sholo doing like Hamlet? Is that possible?"
I can, but like the problem with it is that I haven't got the language part down right. So it's just
like you can pantomime. I mean, like with the ruffle and the skull.
Oh, if you just want the I'm a minor
yeah.
illusion that. It's just a little gerbil skull, though.
Appropriate, yeah. Size appropriate. While all of this is going on, you guys hear what sounds like a crash, like someone has knocked a statue over, hitting the wooden paneling. And it's coming from a door down one of the hallways quite close to you guys that happens to be just open. And you hear, what was that, Fef? Was that noise again?
No.
Coming from that door.
That does not sound like Vaughn.
I'm already halfway in my shell.
No. Come out.
It doesn't, like, we should wait for everybody else.
I'm gonna kind of sluggishly get to my feet and start like following where I heard that sound from.
I'm gonna trail behind you at a distance, ready to just if I need to at any point.
At all times, ready.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, so as you guys approach that door, you can see that it's open, and I think you've seen this phenomenon the most of everyone here. and you can tell that it's just a normal door. Like this is just another room in the hall, not an extra dimensional, connection point to somewhere else. And when you kind of peek in, it is a pretty large room when you don't compare it to the hall itself, but in general, like a large living room area, and it's completely covered in plants, like it's an arboretum or a greenhouse or something, with large glowing drift globes that are very pretty bright, floating throughout the ceiling, the kind of 20 foot, 25 foot tall ceiling, giving illumination into this area. And you can see this rather large creature with person with antlers staring down at the thing that just fell over. Theft, do you want to describe what he is seeing?
Okay. Well, first and foremost, it's a furbolg. Just shy of a large-sized creature, very towering, kind of square form. Appears to be talking to a tiny little sea urchin that's up on one of the shelves, and is covered in these dark furs and chain link made of stone. Big wooden staff that kind of has almost a little broccoli looking tree shape at the top, and he's slowly gathering up all the pieces, and you watch as the back is still turned. It's okay, we'll be okay. And I cast mending on this statue, this petrified piece of flora, and I pick it up and I slowly turn around, and then I drop it again as I see the people. Oh, I'm sorry about that. You startled me. And I cast mending again on the thing, and I slowly put it back up. Hello.
Who are you?
I am Susoit. And I'll kind of lumber over and slowly put a hand out.
I very slowly put a hand out.
Just slow but firm handshake. Well met. What is your name?
Owl.
Owl. Hello, Owl. And you,
I
my
look over
friend? Sorry, go ahead.
If you look over at Rakes,
Yeah.
arms and legs are out, head totally in, and I'm just looking up through the hole, but I can see Owl from this angle. I'm like, is it?
I'm gonna loom over and look down the hole.
Oh. I'm gonna arm through and up the head hole. You could call me
How-
Rakes. Are you going to? Is there plants?
They were, yes. And I'll kind of turn. You were saying owl.
How long have you been in here?
That's a tricky question. I don't much put stock in tricky questions. I let them be. Who's to say?
Right. Mo! I'm gonna yell out Mo as I call for one of the
The red tinged flump Malcor floats in. Yeah, what? Yeah.
Were you expecting someone?
What do you mean?
This guy. This
To sew it? I mean,
Yeah. Oh, so y'all have met. Like you already
I
know.
live here,
yeah, he's.
kind of.
What, are you just now meeting him?
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh. Yeah, he kind of stays to himself. Yeah, I mean, he's Greywatch. He has a badge and everything.
I lift up some furs to show the badge. Like move a droopy ear out of the way.
Right. All right. Well, nice to meet you.
And you as well. I tend to mine museum until I am needed, and I step away from my work when the time arises. So let me know if you need any assistance with anything of the Grey Watch matters.
Right. Yeah, will do.
You have a headache,
nice meeting you.
friend. Hold, friend. I see you have a headache. I lift up the sea urchin. Can I interest you in acupuncture?
No, I think I'm okay. And I'm gonna just like very slowly like back away.
All right, he
furball
didn't mean it,
with needles.
Aristotle. He likes you. Don't worry. And I put a little sea urchin back up on the spot.
Right. Oh, okay. And I'll just kind of turn, just like walking back down the hallway.
Well, nice to meet you. Arms in, arms and head in, just legs trudging back down.
Yeah, and Melkor says, "Yeah, actually, we're gonna come get you guys. There's a mission. So, you up for it? We're a little light on members right now.
I'm happy to be of assistance to the Grey Watch.
Yeah, cool. Whatever. Yeah, if you guys want to come, we'll give you the instructions over at the seeing pool." He floats away.
I head over to the seeing pool.
Yeah, so this is the kind of large, like 10-foot diameter, very shallow basin, about 3-4 feet off the ground, filled with water that they can use sometimes in conjunction to show faraway places and faraway plains. And the three flumps have gathered around, and they say, the green one, Gaspar, kind of like touches the water and it ripples, and as it subsides, an image comes in of this old 2-story house somewhere in a wooded hills with a overlooking a peak, and it is it's old, it's well worn, but it's not dilapidated or abandoned by any means. And they say this is the next location that we need you to check out. We've gotten some kind of some premonitions about it that don't really bode well. And I know that Sage and Vaughn are elsewhere right now, but we feel like this is a really kind of important timed thing. So if you three could go check this out, we think this one might be kind of important, if that makes sense.
Is this going to be another one of those things where, like, I'm not? You remember the last time?
Yeah.
While we're talking, by the way, slowly inching, like trying to get into the water to just soak. So just doing that like dog thing where like, oh, if I don't acknowledge it, they won't.
Right. Where as long as your hind legs are still on the carpet, you're not actually in the kitchen. Yeah. And Malcor just has his a tentacle on you in a moment, just slowly pushing you back very, very gently with all the strength of a flump. Yeah,
I'm not fighting it at all, though.
No, yeah.
With all the strength of a turtle, I'm just like, all right.
And it's a no look, too, like just like, and they're like, so here's what we have as far as just to prepare you. And you also might want to recruit local help if you can, but as is normal, unless it's imperative, try not to tell people about the Grey Watch. It tends to kind of freak people out. The plains and all of reality is in threat so often, and that there's, what's the term they use? Big brother. Right. Like big older siblings watching over them. They don't really like that. So maybe.
What I find they get the most bent out of shape over is the fact that we are fallible.
Yes, that also is quite disconcerting. Some people find it comforting that there's, shadow people, in control of things, but the fallibility part really does kind of throw a wrench in that whole existential safety blanket. But so here's what we got. And they link tentacles and they float a little higher in the air. And with one voice, they say, "Darkness falls, an empty grave. The dead do not behave. Walking shade, restless bone, find the missing tome." And it subsides, and they are of three minds again.
You understand that? Because I'm not going to lie to you. They
Oh,
lost
it's
me.
so cool when they do that. Something about undead and missing tone.
Yeah.
I look at the owl and be like, so somebody's missing their toes?
No, that's not what a tome. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Well, yeah.
You look over at Balthazar, and he's like looking at his lower tentacles, like, toes, huh? Oh, no, it's a book, we think. There's some kind of, there's a really important book, and if you could find it, that would be excellent. We feel like that's like the linchpin of the whole thing. So, yeah.
All right. So go to this weird 2-story house in the middle of a hilly forest. Might be undead things around. Someone's looking for a book.
Yes. I like the way we said it better, but yeah, that's basically it, yeah.
Yeah. Very, very nice poetry. Yes. All right. Well, cool. Anything else we need to know before?
No,
out?
this plane's pretty close. It shouldn't be any problems. Like last time, Rakes, you should be fine. I think that's about it.
All right.
I
And
would like to cast Detect Magic on his headache. See what's going on there.
Sure. It's bright yellow and looks like someone has put a star in his head.
Okay. What that looks like, GW, is I just kind of boom you on the head with the staff real gently. Just use the staff to cast it and go, you are not cursed or afflicted.
thanks. That makes me feel a lot better.
All right, let's be off.
I'm going to turn to I'm gonna pick a cool door. What's like the coolest door I see? I want to walk through the coolest looking door that's around.
Yeah, there is one that appears to be made of green glass.
Ooh, I like that one.
And it's round.
I'm gonna tap my badge.
Yeah, just tap the badge to the door like a key fob to a newer car, and the door lights up at the seams, and you open
Car are you
it.
driving?
Listen, I don't. My wife has a nice van that has a thing. My car is from 2009. And the door opens full of white light, and you feel all three of you just sucked into
Oh,
it.
that's so bright!
And then the door closes, and our scene cuts to a circus. And it is the middle of the day. There's a few people walking around outside, strong men carrying large boxes. There's a guy wearing stilts practicing. There's a couple of workers who should be fixing rides who are just taking a break. And as the camera pans to the back to the tent of magic and mystery, inside this dark purple tent with stars of bright yellow and white all adorning on it, we see this scene of a magician who is sitting down at a round table with a crystal ball, and he has a deck of cards in his hand, and it appears he's about to do a reading for a young person sitting across from them. Quincy, could you describe this scene in a little bit more detail and also your character to us?
So you see sitting across from this magician, very, very short, Kippy-sized bunny, super fluffy white bunny, kind of dressed up in what looks like as if a very helicopter mom put their chihuahua dressed up for Halloween. Like very flamboyant frills, pink, everything, and it's like tied up and buttoned up to the bunny's neck, and he's a chubby little bunny, but he looks very uncomfortable and is like staring daggers at this magician, just like seething and just kind of staring there and kind of like
like a toddler who doesn't want to take a bath.
Yeah.
What's the magician's name?
Let's go with Leonard the Magnifamazing.
Leonard the Magnifamazing, who has been doing this performative magic, but then also the deeper magic for decades now, has agreed to take you on as apprentice just not too long ago. And he can sense that you're not pleased with your current role. And he's offered to give you a reading to help give you clarity for the future. And he says, "No, Marshmallow, this is a sacred art, and it's never failed me before. And I think perhaps it'll give you answers, give you clarity, but it will also perhaps bring more questions and uncertainty than clarity and direction."
Ooh, what are you gonna do? Tell my future?
Yes.
Go ahead then.
And he lays down the first card and he says, I see a house of bone. It's contested. Both the light and the dark seem to claim it. And he lays down the second card and says, I see restlessness. Someone who isn't content with their current state. They're almost called by something beyond them to something else. And I see loss as he lays down the third card. Loss, but the possibility of finding. It's whatever it's lost, if it's found, it'll make everything all right. Do you have any response to any of this? Any reaction?
Kind of all through this, like, Marshmallow is just like, you can kind of see him bristle a little bit, and it just feels he's just like super uncomfortable with everything that's going. And then as the last one lays down and as Leonard says the final things, Marshmallow just explodes. He's like, I can't take it anymore. I'm so tired of being your little bunny. I hate this costume. I hate you. Oh my goodness. And he's gonna take the magician's hat, which is a bag of holding, and he's gonna jump up and stuff it over the magician's face and kind of strangle him, and he's gonna cast vicious mockery and be like, I am so tired of doing everything you say. You're not even a good magician. You're about as sharp as a rubber ball. You are seen salads better dressed, and you're a great example of why gene pools need a lifeguard.
And he like struggles at first and then less and less. And does you pull the bag off at the end?
No, I just keep it in there till he stops struggling.
Yeah, he stops struggling and you feel him go slack.
I pull it off.
His hair is all white now.
Ooh.
And his eyes sunken in and milky. And he falls over dead.
Now I am Marshmallow, the Magnifamazing. And he takes the cards and he's like, and I have a reading for you. Oh, look, the magician, that's you. The fool, that's also you. Yes, that's also you. And then he leaves.
to borrow the expression, beat feet out of this tent to go find your own way in the world. And after you have already left the grounds of the circus, back inside the tent, a wisp of dark shadow comes out of Leonard the Myth and Amazing's mouth, coils around, seems to take stock of the situation, and then evaporates into nothing.
But Marshmallow didn't see this, right?
No, Marshmallow did not see that.
Great.
Dropped some of my cards.
Oh boy.
I think
Boy.
Marshmallow's gonna die.
Yeah, I think over the next day or so, you make pretty good distance, Marshmallow, and you, you're just. I think the only thing in your mind right now is just trying to get away as far away from the influence of your former master and the circus to make your own way in the world, to be. To a place where you can be seen, where you can prove your worth to people. And you are kind of in the mountains nearby. It's fall. The trees are starting to turn into shades of reds and oranges and yellows. And you come to this house kind of outside of a town that's further down in the valley. 2 stories, rather large, old, but still well kept. And it's the same picture from the card that your master pulled. And like, you've seen this house before, you're like, that was the illustration on the card. Why? But it's here now.
There's some spooky poop.
And as you're kind of looking at the house, you kind of walk up, the front door is closed, but you see you see it closed there. It's a nice wooden door with kind of a crystal glass etching in the front, kind of about medium humanoid height. And the wind picks up and the leaves are whipping around your feet, and you can feel like there's something happening. And then the seam of the door glows and it just opens, and 3 people fall out DJ Jazzy Jeff style, just and land on the ground, and the door closes behind them. As you see a dark-skinned man with goggles, a larger man with antlers, and the largest turtle you've probably ever seen in your life land all at your feet. Greywatch, as you land in this new plane, this new world, you look up, and there is a medium-sized Quincy?
Small, very small, almost the size of like a football.
Yeah, okay. There is a humanoid, maybe not 3 apples tall, like I'm going to say like 3 feet tall, like a toddler, right? Just standing there looking over you. The only time that they could probably ever look over you, with a quizzitive look on their face.
You see it change really quickly, and he goes, "Welcome to my world. I have summoned you here."
I can't do this again. I can't take another race.
Let me roll.
I can't.
I roll for like deception or intimidation.
May I make an insight check?
Or performance? Can I do performance?
Yeah.
All right. That is a dirty 20 for performance.
That's an 8 for insight.
Nice. Solid.
Yeah, he may have summoned you here.
I am the god of this world. Prestidigitation, and you see like glitter fall over upon.
What time of day is it here, DM?
This is, I would say, late afternoon, kind of golden hour. And it's framing him beautifully.
Yeah, as like there's like this kind of like light behind him, and there's like glitter. I just take my goggles of night and just be like, it's too bright. It's just too bright right now. I can't do this.
You with the glasses. What is your name?
I stand up, kind of like dust myself off. Owl.
You are confused. I look at the turtle. What is your name?
My name's Rakes, but listen.
Like the tool, you are also confused. And he looks at the big one. What's your name?
I do a little bow. I am Soet.
How you spell that?
TSUSOET.
You were confused too. We'll fix that. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I am Marshmallow the Magnifamazing. Welcome to my world where I am the god of this world. You're probably very confused, as I understand. But you have been summoned here to be my minions.
Yeah, now I know you're lying.
Huh? Then who are you? Speak now or be incinerated.
Ooh.
We are
We are
a group.
The help. Oh God.
Are you here to dust my drawers?
No.
Do I have
We're here to find a book.
Nope.
We're looking for a house. There's I look up at the owl, be like, there's toes we're looking for.
Toes in a house? Are you into some really freaky stuff?
A book in a house. A
Oh,
house on 2-level house, woods, hilly woods. Know anything about it?
I kind of look at the house behind them.
Yeah, just so it just kind of slowly turns and is like, oh yeah.
Owl, I found it.
Yeah, Marshmallow the Magnifamazing grants you what you ask. Now you
miracle.
owe me a favor.
Oh. And what
mean-
kind of favor might this be?
There.
We will
Would
get
you
to the
like-
specifics later, but
Would you like
No.
to pet my sea urchin?
This is a family show. Pfeffers.
no.
This is.
I can't even
dare
imagine
you
what that
mock
would be a
Aristotle.
euphemism for.
How dare you mock Aristotle? You turtle-looking ass.
In my show.
Sorry.
There it is.
Sorry.
PG-13 allows you one per rating.
I look at the sea urchin and like, no.
Okay.
But how about this? Marshmallow the Magnifamazing, since he grants you everything you desire, will help you on this quest. If, in exchange, you help me take out a very evil circus, full of very evil people.
Evil.
If-
How? Go ahead.
They bring people in from the outside and only let them in when they pay money. Very evil.
That just sounds
I, Marshmallow, will like a circus that is free for all and run by Marshmallow, the Magnifamazing.
So I was going to say Marshmallow is a socialist. Thing said until it's run by me. I'm like, oh, communist. Got it. There it is.
It's feeling anarchy, though. It's feeling anarchy to a certain degree. Very crime.
Can you be an anarchist dictator? Is that possible?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I like how everyone is either quasi animalistic or has a name that's an animal, and we're now just doing Animal Farm.
Oh God.
Just gonna write a note real quick. Just 1 second.
Do your reading, Chad.
Yeah, do your reading, Chad. It'll save you a lot of pain. Behind all of this, behind all of you guys coming from kind of the path off to your left, Marshmallow, and the right for the rest of you, you hear a voice. Can I help you? And there is this very thin, about 6 foot tall young man in reds and purples, dressed like almost like a nobleman of some means, and just kind of standing there on the path, taking you all in with a very kind of confused look on his face.
Is he just kind of like, did he like surprise us? Like we didn't see him coming?
Yeah, I don't think I think you were so into your performance and they were still like, what is happening? That no one really heard him walking up. And now he's just standing on the path like that leads to the house, like maybe 10 feet away. Like, can I help you?
I sleep on him.
Just sleep?
Yeah.
Roll those D8s.
Incredible.
Whoa.
You never know what the first roll of the night's going to be. And then when you find
it's a
out,
dungeon now.
yeah,
Really set the tone.
it does set the tone, doesn't it?
How many D8s?
I've never seen sleep used so effectively.
Honestly, yeah.
So much. I'm pretty impressed.
27.
27. Yeah, it goes down. Just
That marshmallow magnificent protects us all.
Oh my god, he's killed him.
DM,
He's killed him.
yes. So,
what is the alignment of the Grey Watch? And as a furtive member and patron of the Grey Watch, is that something that is okay around? Like
each member of the Grey Watch has to keep their own conscience.
we gotta get things done.
Yeah, but at the same time, it tends towards good rather than evil and tends towards order rather than chaos. That being said, it ends up being more cosmic good and cosmic order as opposed to individual.
The greater good.
Yeah, the
Carry
greater
on,
good.
my terrifying rabbit friend.
So it gets a little wobbly sometimes.
I purposefully made Marshmallow to be chaotic evil. I'm like, I've never done this archetype before. We are gonna go into it. Okay, so he's asleep. So Marshmallow's gonna go loot the body.
Great. Give me an investigation check, please.
I will turn towards the owl.
I also
Raise an eyebrow.
What would you, Quince?
Just a 5.
Okay.
I feel that eyebrow raise, and I'm gonna walk up to our new little friend here who's trying to loot this guy. I'm gonna be like, so do you know him? You're from this place, so I'm just assuming you.
This person was a robber. Did you see how he tried to jump us?
He did not try to jump us.
Quincy, the two things that you found was a rolled up scroll, and it was rolled up in a ribbon, and on the other end of that ribbon is tied a house key. And with your 5, you found that because it was in his hand. That was about it.
So you see Marshmallow kind of like looking through pockets and kind of just like
he
opening
kind
up
of like
everything.
fell
And
face down, so like his pockets are hard to get to, especially since you're not big enough to like push him over, And so you're just like, oh well, that's in his hand. That's
his
easy.
feet are slipping on the dirt. He's like, "Ugh!" And
Yeah.
he grabs the thing. Found it. As you can see, mark of assassination. Read it and weep.
As he holds up, read it, and it says it unfurls and says last will and testament.
I hand this to Pakes.
Rakes takes his. I've
Rakes, thank you.
I've been mugged. Truly, that was not a bugger. I've been attacked. I've been harassed. I'm gonna read it.
Every time you talk, I get sadder.
I understand that a lot. Actually, every time I do too.
Can I roll an inquisitive eye over the building as a whole for alternate entrances, anything on the roof, traps, etc., whatever
you can
have
give me
you?
a perception check. And Rakes, Grey Watch does offer counseling. So
That's part of our health benefits. I love that.
oh yeah.
They got dental.
It's an illithid that does it, but if you think about it,
I don't.
That's terrifying.
it makes a lot of sense.
17.
He has a PhD. Okay, 1 second. So Rakes, from a cursory examination, you can see that this is the last will and testament of Axial Fontenelle, and that he says that of being a sound mind, in the good graces of his God, and he bequeaths his most precious possession to his only nephew, Phineas Fontenelle, the house on the hilltop, outside of town. And so you would assume that this man who that Marshmallow has accosted is probably Phineas Fontenelle, who has probably either just come from the wake or the reading of the will to see this new house that he has just been inherited.
I want to look up at Owl and at Sisoet. this is a bad one, guys. We really we made a mistake on this one. Marshmallow, Lord God,
Yes.
sir.
You turtle person.
You know what? It's a lot less hurtful when it's from a rabbit. It really is. You put this man to sleep. He was not bugging us. Could you wake him? Because we might need him.
Does he have treasure?
Probably.
Okay, and Marshmallow's gonna be on his back and kind of like with his big foot, kind of on the back
Gonna
of his head,
thumper him in the
to the back of his head to wake him up.
He's like, no, hey, Vipers. What?
You have been blessed by Marshmallow. We have raised you from the dead.
I'm gonna put one big boot right on his chest.
We are now your masters.
Listen.
Hello.
He like looks at you, looks up at the big guy with the antlers, looks over at you, Rakes, and he's like, "Is this a fable or something?"
No, there's. Hi,
What's happening?
my name is Rakes, Owl, and my compatriots here. We were sent to do a preliminary investigation on your house to make sure that it was livable. So we're gonna need access to enter.
We are Ghostbusters. Prestidigitation.
Okay. Was I dead? I don't feel like I was dead.
No, you just you had a fainting spell.
We're not killers.
Yeah, no, we found you as we were trying to talk to you. You
So, do you say that and then just slowly look over at Marshmallow?
And
No,
you just
it's
see
a lot
the
of eye
biggest.
contact with homie on the floor.
Oh, good. That's much better.
I understand my role of big guy. Okay, you know.
Yeah, you really do. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, wait, are you looking for ghosts or like code violations or?
Do you have a
Yes.
weird book?
all of it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it, but my uncle, he was a paladin. I think we're probably good on the spookies part. I mean, he was pretty tight with Nevar.
That's where they get you. Paladins often break their oath and never tell you. It is a disgrace they take with them to the grave, and sometimes it manifests itself into hideous, evil phenomenons like ghosts, spirits, apparitions.
I mean, he's not
Prestidigitation.
wrong. He's got
Do you do prestidigitation and then a 1-800 number comes up below you?
He's not,
Quincy,
not wrong,
I
but
want a
not to say
persuasion
that-
check or something similar, please.
Can I give him the help action?
Who? Phineas or Marshmallow?
Marshmallow.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
You get advantage, sir.
That is a dirty 20 again.
Okay, this is performance.
Yes, correct.
He's like, okay. You want? How? Can I get up? Because your foot's
Can
still on
you
his
get
chest.
up?
I look to the owl.
Great choice.
I look back. Yeah, I think it's fine if we let him up.
I pick him up, put him on his feet.
And as you pick him up, like Marshmallow kind of tumbles off of him.
He's on the back.
I pick up Marshmallow and I put him on his feet, and I return back to my attention of Phineas.
So he looks at whatever this is. He looks at your hype man in the shades, and then looks at you, Rakes, and was like, "How long do you think that's going to take? Like half hour?"
I mean, it really depends on the size of the house and like.
We have an
everything.
expedition price.
No, we don't.
We no. This is a service provided by the town because we want to make sure that you're safe, right? So, you know.
Can I
it could
insight
take-
check the owl how much HP he has?
I'm gonna leave.
Yes. Tell me the number. He's like, "Okay,
That's a natural one.
more than you." He's like, "Okay, all right. I'll give you guys the key. Do what you got to do. Maybe half an hour if you can. If you can't, I understand. But like, just kind of get it done. I'm actually they brought my uncle to be rested in the family plot. It's just around back a little bit into the woods here. I'm gonna go pay my respects, and then I'm gonna come inside, and hopefully you'll be done and maybe a little health, and we can.
Hopefully we'll be done. Hopefully we'll be done in half an hour.
How long has your grandfather
Uncle,
been?
my uncle.
Oh, your uncle. Your uncle been.
Dad's side.
Yeah. How long has he been on the plot?
Oh, they brought him up just this morning.
When is he scheduled to be?
No, they interred him this morning. I was down in town dealing with the lawyers and the will and things. The funeral was yesterday, and I'm now just getting a chance to come up to inspect what I guess he always said I was his favorite, but I didn't really expect him to give me the house.
A paladin died. I assume there was a religious ceremony of a kind.
Yeah. They actually had one of the bishops from the larger region come in and do the service. Like you said, he was kind of a big deal for Nivar in that church. I don't know if you grew up in the church or anything, but
they're all dead. Did in this realm, I assume there was a magical casting during this ceremony to ensure certain cleanliness and other spiritual protections?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess you guys didn't. So Nivar is actually one of the gods of the dead. His paladins are charged with keeping the order of life and death. And so they're like the banes of the undead. Like they're like, give king of the dead a lich slap. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And so they're actually one of their things. I didn't know this until at the service is they're even in death, the blessing in Nivar continues, and they can't be raised by any means. So if you're worried that he's going to be shuffling through the house like no, that's one, too soon. Two, no, that's he's good.
Great. All we needed to hear. All right,
so
we'll
half
try
hour?
to.
Half hour to an hour. Depends. Like
We
I said.
will.
We'll find you. We'll, if it doesn't take longer than a half hour, we'll come find you.
He just kind of looks at you laughing like, I'm going to go pay my respects now.
Yeah, sorry for your loss.
And he kind of walks away and kind of scared white boy shuffle as he kind of goes around the side of the house and up in, and he has given you the key, and let's see if this works. We'll just jump over and look at that, we're in roll 20 and we're here at the house.
Love that.
Before we walk in, Rakes, Sue Sowit, and Marshmallow. Is that right?
What?
Good. All right. Since this is a pretty big house and we might have to split up from time to time, I still want us to.
I take the big one.
I still want us to be able to talk to each other. So, Rakes, you're familiar with this, but Sowit,
Marshmallow, the magnificent machine. You may call me God.
Sure, right. Do you give me permission to link you with us so we can talk wherever we go?
No.
Yes.
Are you sure, Marshmallow?
Yes. Ain't nobody want to get in this head.
I'm going to try to link all four of us. I'm going to first link Rakes, then I'm going to link Sisowit, and then by accident, I'm going to link Marshmallow.
Okay. Is there an opposing roll for someone who does not consent?
Let me look.
I would almost think wisdom.
Because I think you just choose up to a number of creatures. Let's take a look. Psychic Whispers.
Yo, that threw me off. I looked away and I looked back and you changed glasses.
You can establish telepathic communication between yourself and others, perfect for quiet infiltration. As an action, choose one or more creatures you can see, up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, which is 3. And then roll a d8 to see how many hours it lasts for. The chosen creatures can speak telepathically. To see, receive messages, no action. You can 1 mile languages.
So you can just do it.
I can just do it.
Great.
There is no roll for it.
Whoa.
And you can choose who you talk to, so you can just leave him out of the party line.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Let me know how many hours, but you have established contact. And I will say this, it almost feels like a little bit of that tension in the headache has dissipated just a little bit. Like you've let some pressure out.
Oh God, thank God.
Not completely gone, but it's a little bit better.
And I'm gonna say on the telepathic line, can you guys hear me? Oh, oops. Sorry, Marshmallow.
What did you do?
Loud and clear.
He's
You're
just
going to regret this.
he's just praying, Marshmallow.
Well,
praying.
either
I do
way,
give
I
a
think
furrowed
it's,
brow of protestation at accidentally including a person who didn't want to be in it, but I don't make him too much of a stink about it. Just so the learned a lot about you just now kind of a face.
all right. I think we're all set to step in.
All right. Yeah, Rakes, you have the key, and you have a little bit of time before Phineas comes back from paying his respects, and the house should be to yourself.
Before I insert key and unlock, I want to try to do an Arcana check to see if any of this is magically been tampered with, to see if there's any like magical traps or anything that have been set by a paladin who's warded this.
Can I
place.
assist
Yeah.
with said Arcana check, giving him advantage?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're
And
over his head.
DM, just to let you know, we're linked for 5 hours.
excellent.
Oh, dope. 23.
23. So earlier, Fef, you had asked about like looking over the house to see if there's other ways in. Here in the front, there's just a few with the larger windows. On the second floor, there are a couple windows that are propped open that might provide entry, but there's no other obvious way in other than the main front door here. With 23, you get the sense that there are some latent divine magic. It's always a little tricky proposition with when arcane and divine kind of mix. So it doesn't always play by the same rules. Like with arcane magic, you'd be like, oh, I know the school and I can probably make an educated guess as to what it was. Divine magic just reads as like the same like color. Just all of it, and you're just like, oh, come on, you guys don't even have schools. They're like, well, we do, but it's like more like denominations. You're like, no, you know what? No, I just don't want
That's
to.
not what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're called seminaries.
Colts.
I want to make the seminaries of divine magic now instead of the schools of magic. But it's nothing that's active. It's almost more like this feels like what you would get off of like a grove of trees where dryads or naiads live, or on a particularly old holy site. It's not quite consecrated ground, holy ground, but it's something like that, which would be consistent with a powerful paladin living here for some years. But you don't think that there's any active traps.
Okay. All right. Click key in, twist, and push my way in.
Yeah. So you're greeted with this large foyer. There is some bookshelves off to the right-hand side, wood paneling on the floor, a couple of portraits of sunsets and mountains, a place to put shoes underneath a bench. No, it's not a bench. You realize it's a church pew. You're like, oh, okay. There's just a church pew here to take your shoes on and off. And there's a couple of different boots and slippers like underneath the pew and an old knapsack as well. And then a door ahead of you that leads into, it's open, leads into what looks like a large gathering room or living room of some sort.
Does it look like this place has been lived in recently, or is it like dust covered?
It's not dust covered, but it doesn't have the smell that, of a house that's been opened up a bunch. You think maybe it hasn't been empty long, but probably only one person was living here, and so not a lot of life can be put into a house when it's just one person, especially if they're not very active or mobile.
Okay. Well, all right.
Well said.
Al, what are we looking for here? It's not a toe, it's a book.
It's a book, yeah. So I don't know what exactly the tome would look like, but I feel like once we see it, we'll know. So they normally give off a really interesting
smell,
aura, or sometimes just looks strange. So let's and be careful too. There was something in that rhyme about like darkness and like undead things. So let's just be careful.
You hear clattering behind you as Marshmallow is like taking what's on the table and putting it into his hat.
Marshmallow, we're not. No, this isn't a.
We're not. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that belongs to the other guy. No.
I'm eyeing the place up.
We are making sure nothing. This hat will cleanse the world of iniquity.
How do you even know that word?
You mean possessions?
Okay, Rakes, Sasoit, I'm gonna let you two be in charge of watching the rabbit.
What do you hate me?
What did I ever do to you?
I just hand real. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I am going to
start helping Marshmallow put stuff in his bag.
I'm going to attempt to stealth and kind of split up from the party, just to do a little bit of scout work. That's
Before
the idea.
you do, allow me, friend, to cast Pass Without Trace on us. I hold the staff out.
It's such a good chanting sound.
Marco.
Was that
At
giant?
will, with the staff of the woodlands. Yeah, right, I don't know. And now we all have a +10 to our stealth checks.
Nice.
As you were.
Now, chat, as a fun little feature, if you clip that and play it backwards, you'll hear that Jack in the Box is having a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
Bring me some curly fries!
Tacos and egg rolls.
I was about to order that too for lunch. For
God,
dinner.
I wish there was a Jack Box nearby, though I'm also glad there isn't at the same time.
Long-time stand of curly fries. Okay.
So
Go
for
ahead,
my
yeah.
stealth
Yeah.
I got a total of 30.
Yeah. So, are you slipping through the doorway kind of here?
Let me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
So you just kind of like whoosh, you slip through. Now, real quick, Fef, what's the range on that? Because you only have to stay within a certain radius of you to keep getting that +10.
Let me check.
I think it's 30
I don't
feet.
believe so.
I could be wrong.
You choose within 30 feet of you, including you. That's just on the cast. That says nothing about afterwards.
Okay,
But I
great.
am keeping up concentration on this.
Great. Yeah, I was under the impression somehow that it was like a zone.
No, it's just
bubble
on
not there.
activation.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, great. So Al, you kind of slip into this area in the large living room here. Is pretty simple. It seems like maybe some furniture has been taken out just based on some discolorations on the floor. There's a large fireplace which isn't currently lit, and a rather nice crystal and perhaps brass or bronze chandelier in the top. And then doors leading off in just about every direction. You can see them, over here, here, and here. Tell me what you want to do, and then I'll jump back to the looting squad. I mean, the rest of them.
Generally, what I am trying to do is look for like maybe a library, or like, you know, a room that has like bookcases and whatnot. But I still want to check things out along the way. Is there anything in this foyer, this main room, that catches my eye besides that chandelier?
No, not really. It does seem like that, like somebody had come in and taken some furniture out of here, whether they just moved it or it was given to other relatives or something. You're not really sure. But at one point there had been more going on in this room, and now it is pretty empty. Okay. So yeah,
I'm gonna psionically say, so currently in the big main room with the chandelier, I'm gonna go right. You guys could probably check to see if anything's on the left side of the room. Is that cool?
Hey, have fun, don't die. Love you.
For some reason, that made my brain itchy when he said that to me. I was like, and so I'm going to just stealth into the next room to the right. And that's what I'm doing.
If you experience brain itch lasting longer than 4 hours. And in here appears to be a large parlor with some games on the table, a more kind of really cozy setup around the fireplace over here, baby grand piano, a much more modest chandelier on the ceiling, and a little desk off here on this side. Let me jump back to the rest of them. Marshmallow, you've gotten like a candelabra, a couple of half-burned candles. You've gotten what looks to be like a handmade ashtray, a couple pairs of slippers, and just various.
We're working on getting the rug in there. I'm like, okay, come on, push.
Yeah, I'm like, but I'll look up to Rakes and be like, you need to understand. You need to understand. He will find this tome the fastest. Doing this is the most efficient way to search for it.
Rakes thinks about it for a second. He's like, no, there's a logic to that, actually.
So you said we're looking for a book.
Yep. Big bad book.
If we get rid of
full of
everything
heinous and evil and murk.
So we get rid of everything that's not a book.
You're catching on, Speedy. I like you.
I don't have a nose here, but it's a furball. It's just kind of a downward snoot. But
the owl gets a message from Rakes that just goes, "I'm really sorry about this, bud." No further context.
And you just hear and just like R2D2 it as Marshmallow is just going to run and try to find another room. I don't really care. We can roll a D4 which direction he goes.
I'll step into the dining room area and
I'm going to go with you
around.
Yeah.
Dining room area. Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys can move yourselves. You should be able to at least. So you enter into this area, and this is kind of the I don't want to say like formal dining room, but it's like the dining room, and it's got enough place for a nice little like dinner party. There's a sideboard for dishes and main courses and next courses, things like that. Easy access to the kitchen just here to the north of you. And there appears to be different crockery and dishes here, like plates made of stone. Looks like a gravy boat with kind of in the shape of a raven. And then an unlit fireplace in this room as well.
I'll go take a look at the fireplace.
All right. Yeah, great.
Marshmallow is going to liberate the table of its silverware.
Excellent. Yeah. It is normal cutlery. It is not silver or anything fancy, but I mean, it's still...
You just hear like a slew of like curses as like Marshmallow is still just putting this plasticware into the thing. It's like, rich people. Tell you what.
Yeah. And there's some curse words you guys have never heard before. Like, you don't know what a gormless duff is, but apparently he is one. And yeah, give me a perception check here, FF.
That, my friend, will be a 15.
15. Yeah. The only thing really you notice about this is that the ashes haven't been taken out in a while, and you do kind of get the sense, just after like poking around, looking and stuff, that the flue is closed.
Okay.
And in fact, all the windows are closed on this floor too that you've seen so far.
I was wondering about that. Okay, I say into the comms channel, the all comms channel. I've got a few backup plans, but what I care about is finding this book and then leaving this dimension. I don't care if we have to burn this thing to the ground, if need be, which is why I call them backup plans. Nothing found yet, and I will pull the flue out just to see if something falls.
Funny you should mention that.
Oh,
You pull the lever to open that little kind of flue of a trap door, and you're rewarded by seeing this like glass jar, just the briefest of moments, kind of like fall straight down. And before you can grab it, it shatters on the wrought iron place for the logs. And first you thought it was full of like some kind of green liquid, and then you realize, nope, that's gas. I need you and Rakes to make con saves, please.
Killing me, Smalls.
All right. I am going to cast for the first time ever Air Bubble on Rakes.
Ooh.
Oh, from Spelljammer.
If that's okay.
Yeah,
I
totally.
don't know how we're really on a Spelljammer. Okay.
Is that a
You
reaction
have
or is
just
that an action?
Bubble of. It's an action, so it'll happen after our saves. I got a 14.
14. Okay.
Hot 6.
Flat 6. Rakes, you are paralyzed.
Oh. Yeah, he gets the air bubble anyway.
Yeah. So, Beth, you save. So it saves, and you're like kind of coughing and doing this, and you just kind of look to check on Rakes, and you had heard him coughing for a minute. You look over, and he's just kind of standing there, and then you wait a second, and you're like, "Okay, he stands kind of still, but like, that's really." And it takes like a good like 30 seconds. You're like, oh, he's not okay. Okay. Oh wait, there's something wrong.
Air bubble, and then I'll yell gas.
That was not me.
My tone implies danger, and I'll just force lift a window.
I just met you like
With the pull of a large-sized creature, just window. I don't care if it's bolted down or what. I'll strength check it if I need to.
Oh no, I don't think you need to strength check it, but you do like just crank that thing a little bit of dust, and it opens up and it starts to air out pretty easily. It disperses pretty quick.
Rakes out the window a little bit.
I think between the fresh air bubble and the open window, give me another save with advantage there, Rakes.
Nat 20.
There you go. That's what we like to see. Yeah, you like kind of come to and you're like, oh, ooh. But you can move again. You were aware that whole time. You just couldn't move or speak.
I'm fine now. That's
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just, next time, I know I move really slowly, but come on, man. Like I'm not that bad.
Sorry.
As I slowly turn,
I will just deadpan you. Rabbit.
Okay, here's an important question. Marshmallow, are you still in the room with them?
No.
I figured. Where'd you go?
While
they were very distracted, where'd you go?
Yeah. I would like to try to find a library of sort if there's a library somewhere.
All right, where do you want to go?
So I want to I'll dip out of the room, probably looked in the room here, just to see it was a kitchen and be like, nah. And then kind of like dart all the way across to where Al went. If there's the door that they went through and it's still open, I'm going to choose the other door. So the one like right here.
Where? Oh, I see. Yeah, you go down in that room? Great, no problem. This appears to be what you've been looking for. This appears to be a library of some sort. All of these are shelves with rows and rows full of books, as well as here, it's just chock-a-block full of books. And it seems to be a little like reading nook here. There is a window basket inside the house of various herbs and plants, a little fireplace not lit, and a couple of comfy chairs. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'd like to jump up on top of this bookshelf here to get like kind of a better view of everything.
No problem. You got that. You got those hops, so go for it.
19 plus investigation 0, straight 19.
Straight 19.
You guys had one job.
And to that point, most of these seem to be religious texts of various kinds. It seems actually of a lot of different kinds of religions, even some that you're like, I have no idea what this is. Some of them are languages you've never even seen before. It's not even like they are a foreign language that shares the same alphabet system. It's completely different.
It kind of picks up one and be like, the Flumfa Sutra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know some people who'd be very interested in that. But you also can hear moving in the next room right here in the room to the north of you. You could hear someone or something moving around in there. And we'll jump to the owl. Owl, what have you been doing in all of this time?
I have been searching this room to see if there's anything of interest. Like I think I see. This isn't like a desk, but I see like a sofa and kind of like some different areas that can kind of be seen as like a study or a hangout. So I'm just looking. I'm investigating this room, I guess you would say.
Yeah, great. Go ahead. Did I have you do a perception check for this or investigation?
You did not.
I'll take either one.
Okay,
Jeff,
here we go.
What did Quincy do now? What got you so good?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Was it the Flumpa Sutra?
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's honestly, it's good. It's funny.
So I think I'm gonna do investigation, and I do have a class feature that if I fail a roll or like didn't get high enough, I can add a D8 psionic die to it. So I got a total of 21 investigation in this room.
Oh, excellent, excellent. There are 3 things I think that you recognize. Is there anything you're looking for in particular before I kind of give you this?
I think I'm just looking for like, you know, the book or, you know, maybe like scrolls or something, but just really keeping myself kind of open to different things that might catch my eye that I feel like might be important.
Okay, no problem. The first thing you find is actually something very tangible. There appears to be a holy symbol, very well made, very ornate, probably pretty ancient. That is sitting on this table right here in front of the fireplace, and that you can grab if you want. It's on a chain about the size of about 3 inches across, kind of circulish,
I'll take that. Do I recognize? Well, I guess. Does this look to be like the symbol of the god of death? What was his name? Nemes?
Navar.
Navarre.
Yeah. I think with all the context, I think you've seen this symbol a couple of times in the house. Even if you're not from this particular plane or world, I think context clues, you can go, okay, this makes sense. And this is actually a magic item, GW. It will allow you twice a day to turn undead, even if you lack that class feature.
I was literally about to before you said that. I was about to say, like, Owl knows that clerics and paladins typically like use this for prayer and against like undead things. Like, and I was, even though like I'm not one of them, like maybe it'll give me some kind of for anything that comes my way. So I'm glad you said that. I will take that or borrow that, because I mean it's not mine, but I'm not a thief. I will take that.
Damn.
You're going to be the custodian of it right now. Yes.
Yes.
The other thing you notice is that the chandelier in here, at first you thought it wasn't lit or on or whatever, but there actually is one. Imagine a chandelier. Mostly it's like a ring and then an inner concentric ring with crystals where we would have like bulbs, and all of them are unlit, but there is one on the inner ring that is lit. You didn't notice it at first because it's still kind of that late afternoon light, and that one isn't enough to do anything, but as you've taken some time, you realize one of them is lit just by itself.
Is it like a regular color? Like a regular,
it has the right kind of temperature that make you think like, oh yeah, this is like reading light, but it's pretty dim as a singular one.
Does this seem odd to me that only one candle or whatever in the chandelier is lit?
My first instinct is to say, I don't know, does it? But my other instinct is to say, yeah, probably, because you're like, is this weird? It feels weird. Yeah, it feels kind of weird. You're like, because like either it's there for a reason, or it's malfunctioning, or I don't know, like it's just something that's odd.
And this is and just to make sure I understand this correctly, this chandelier, like it's like a candelabra sort of, like there's candles.
So imagine a circle, a ring, and then another ring on the inside with like 12 and 12. And then one on the inner ring is lit, and then 3 chains going up to the top to hang from the ceiling.
Gotcha. I am going to mentally say to the group, because I know that there's 2 magic people here, or 3, but one is kind of questionable. On the psychic hotline, I'm gonna say, hey, guys, there's something kind of weird about this chandelier. Only one of the candles are lit.
Yeah, but that's not important. Have you guys ever heard of like a flump knot trick?
I'll look up at our candelabra, or chandelier rather, and see if it's similarly lit.
Now that he mentions it, it is.
Now that you mention it, this one also is odd.
It seems weird to me, and possibly magical. I don't excel in magical, so I think maybe you two can take a closer look at that for me.
I look at Rakes.
You want to take the one upstairs, and I'll take this one. Maybe they're magically connected. Actually, wait! Don't leave it here with the rabbit.
When you say that, you like turn like, don't leave the rabbit. He's not here.
Oh God, no.
And you have no idea when he left.
Lumber.
After I give that psychic message to the group, what's the last thing? What's the third thing that caught my eye?
In the shadows, just here, out of the corner of your eye, you caught motion.
I didn't see where you clicked. Where'd you click? I didn't see where you clicked.
Perception fail.
Is it here? Were you clicking here?
Oh wait, why is it not? Oh wait. I know why.
The shadowy corner? Oh.
Yeah. I was in the GM layer, and so it was only pinging the GM. Me.
Okay.
I'm like, come on, Roll20. Why is that useful? Why is that useful? The corner right here.
Okay, as I clock that, I am going to DM. Would you say that I'm still in stealth mode?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm gonna clock that, and I'm probably gonna duck down a little, just a tad, but from this looks like some kind of table or what have you, and I'm gonna try to focus in on that spot to see if I can.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Let's see what happens. Oh god, that's so much better. It almost landed on a 2. Perception check. That's gonna be a total of 18 perception. If it wasn't high enough, I can roll a psionic die to make it higher.
That is sufficient. It appears to be a humanoid figure, almost like wrapped in a cloak of shadow, just hanging out in that dark spot.
So new thing, and on the psychic
new fear
on the psychic line, as everyone's like in motion to like look at their candle things and doing that, you get a second message from me like, guys, there's something in here with me. There's some kind of shadow thing in here with me.
Oh, I'm on my way.
Guys, this book says flumps are like worms. They don't need a partner. They can do it by themselves.
And like, not even like really thinking. I'll just say on the kind of like in response to Marshmallow, I hear they're asexual. Wait, what?
I will lumber towards my ally.
Yeah, so I think that you'll get about here, kind of in the doorway. Let me do it like that.
Lean down to look through the doorway.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, tall guy problems, and and you don't see the shadow, nor do you see Owl in here.
Oh. Psionically, you hear me say, to the left of the piano. To the left of the piano.
What's a piano?
No shot.
The big musical thing that's to your your left right now. That's the piano.
I'll loom into the room and look into that dark corner. People didn't get to piano technology before they were wiped out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like the harp-shaped wagon with no wheels. That's very small and has white teeth.
If you ask me, that's pretty unique.
Every time you talk, I get sadder.
It's just gonna be us in group therapy later.
Yeah, you clock that figure wrapped in shadow, and it just like lays down and then runs across the floor and comes up right in front of you as this shadow just gets right up in your grill.
Okay.
And now that your senses are heightened, you're kind of like, oh no. And you, for just a moment, look back behind you, and there is another one in the room you just came from that just like seeping up through the floorboards, as it were.
I take the sea urchin and I yeet it to get it to safety.
I'm going to need everyone to roll for initiative.
Let's go!
Everybody, I'm not here.
Yes, I know. But Jonathan, also, what did you do to investigate the chandelier? Because we did this before that happened.
I wanted to do an Arcana check to see.
Roll that for me as well.
David Naxmike Darvalkum. Okay.
Ooh. Say more things, buddy.
Sorry, that's Dwarvish.
Sounds awesome. Something resonated with me, man.
20 on Arcana.
Okay.
And I have a -1 to initiative. That's a 10 initiative.
Okay.
Putting my initiative in the Zoom chat.
Oh, excellent. Yes. Put it in Zoom chat for me, guys.
No.
All right.
Dude, we are. Listen, guys, we're rolling pretty average today.
Yeah, actually.
Spooky with a 10, Quincy with an 11, Fef with an 11. But I think
I can't believe the rogue rolled the lowest and everyone just rolled 11s.
GW, you got a 7?
I know.
Quincy, you gotta have more decks than me.
He does. He has
No.
3 decks.
I was gonna say, never mind. Pass without trace is only stealth. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't affect all the other things. So good news is the shadows get to go first.
I have a question for you, DM. Actually,
Yeah.
since initiative is a skill roll, would you allow me to add my psionic bolster?
Does it say skills or ability checks?
I will tell you right now.
While you're looking at that,
Psi-
Jonathan, you clock this thing, and this is more of that mildly frustrating divine magic that is. You can tell that it is active. It's low level, but it's active, and it seems to be connected to the direction, at least you know, where there is another chandelier in the other room, where Sosoa went to go check.
Not knowing what's going on in the other room, I'm gonna just relay that to everybody.
And in return, you just get out.
Tones come over the
Yeah.
comms.
Yeah, and also, by the way, at the same time, the rabbit is missing, and that's not a euphemism.
I heard someone say that in a monastery before.
One of my favorite things is obscure nonsensical euphemisms that means nothing. I just love it.
Yeah,
That's
shaving the water buffalo, doing your taxes early. Yeah.
That one captured my imagination. All right.
It says, DM, if you fail an ability check using a skill or tool,
Great, you can
with
use
which
it.
you are sweet.
Which you were proficient?
Huh?
Which with you were proficient or not proficient?
Which you are proficient.
No.
Which you have proficiency.
Yeah. So you do not have proficiency in initiative.
All right,
in
so
fact,
it is.
In fact, there is no way currently to be proficient in that. But yes.
I'd argue that.
What about the alert feat?
I was going to say the alert feat alone would technically.
It's a +5. Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that and other things that let you add your proficiency
wrecked,
bonus.
Jason.
Where I would consider that being proficient. That's why Jack of all trades works. You know what?
That could
Never
be cool.
mind.
That could be cool.
That would be very
Apologize.
cool, actually. Proficiency in initiative. Because if you call it that, you can still stack other things. And now I'm having a fever dream. Okay. So you relay that message and get existential screaming in return? Is that where we're at?
Sounds like it.
Okay, excellent. Both shadows are going to attack you, Sosoet. The first one's only a 7.
I'm dead. No,
Imagine.
And
I'm big, but I'm a caster,
the
y'all.
other one is a 22.
20, yeah. Oh, yeah. And
Okay.
it's,
That's going
Just
to
use
be.
shield. You shield and it can't hit you.
I don't got it.
He's a druid.
I know.
I can purify food and drink as a reaction, apparently. Oh, it's a ritual. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Okay. That's 10 necrotic.
Oh, good.
Oh dear.
10 necrotic. And your strength score is reduced by 3.
Oh no!
Oh, it's one of these.
No!
Interesting.
What happens?
I don't
if
have
your-
a lot of that to begin with.
What happens if our strength falls to 0?
You
Let's
can no
find
longer
out.
move or attack. You're basically paralyzed.
Okay.
You lack the strength to move. Like Wesley
Good.
when he gets over being mostly dead.
Uh-oh.
Nice. I got to roll for concentration. For my roguey boy. For my rogue friend. 18 plus. I think I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Very good. So one hits, one misses. And Quincy, you're up.
All right. So I hear the screaming, and now you see me kind of running in from I guess the side door here. I have a big old magazine of Artificer Monthly pulled to the centerfold of a giant cannon, and I kind of come in and be like, "What happening?" And I kind of, what do I see?
That's the May issue, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
You see shadows attacking Sosoa in the doorway as he kind of is a little stuck there because he's got shadows to the left of him, shadows to the right of him.
Awkwardly halfway through a door.
Yeah, you have no idea where the owl is, yeah.
Okay, so I will kind of drop the magazine, pick up a deck of cards, and then kind of flush them and throw one at the shadow to, I guess, the left of Susoit.
Yeah, the one that's in the room. That's probably the one that's easiest to actually attack.
That one that I see. And casting Dissonant Whispers.
Excellent.
So a wisdom save of 14, please.
And this is okay.
Wisdom save. Yes, correct.
Failed.
All right, so you take 3d6 of damage.
This is psychic.
It is indeed. It must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows from me. The creature's move doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground. And yes, so that's a 9 damage.
Okay.
9 points of psychic damage. It has used. You must use its reaction to move away,
which it does, and it floats to the door.
Does that proc opportunities or not?
It does actually. So if you want to do an opportunity attack, so you can. And Marshmallow, you notice that he goes to the window and pulls up short, almost like he was going to go through it. Pulls up short and kind of turns and faces you guys. So did you want to do an opportunity attack while you were when he leaves?
Double checking my features.
Okay, who's got the popo in their neighborhood?
Yeah, it's me. My bad.
Okay. Never changed Louisiana.
I can bonk him with a stick. Yeah, I'll bonk him with a stick. I don't have any reactions in the pocket anyway.
Do it.
Give him one good bonk.
It's a 1. I swing it. Nothing. What happens?
How much damage was it?
It's a critical failure.
Critical failure? Oh, excellent. You miss, but you do hit the top keys of the piano. There's a and it's creepy as everything.
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to get in. Let's see. I could probably go. Let's see. How much do I have?
Yeah, I forgot all this happened on your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah. So is it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action. Let's use a jump. My bunny hops jump to go ahead. Actually, no, that's a lie. I won't do that. You're gonna go ahead. You're gonna see another card fly out. It'll be like a strength card, and it kind of tosses very Kiriko style and slaps Susoit in the face, and you get Bardic Inspiration.
You suddenly have a great idea for a song on the piano. You're just
Thus Elton John was born.
I'll take that.
He's a true man. Okay. Next up, Fef. You're inspired to go next.
What is the inspo die that I got, Quincy?
D8.
A D. My man. All right. You're gonna watch me take all of this, be confused for a second, and then just, and I'm gonna turn. And first, I am going to go into my starry form of Archer. You watch all of these beautiful constellations begin running along my veins, and at the points of all my antlers, little dim glows get brighter and brighter. And you watch as I reach a hand out. And from the starry form as my bonus action, I get to make this Archer attack. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but I got a +8 to hit. And that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh, that hits? Yeah. Is that kind of
that's across
Archer
the one
bolt
that fled from me. Yep, that's the Archer bolt. D8 +3, that's 6 damage.
Yeah,
and then I'm going to...
he shatters into wisps of dust as starlight just kind of like glitter just like rains down.
And then I'm going to turn, kind of shoulder. This is cinematically. I don't know. You can feel free to stop me here. I'm trying to just shoulder back the other one, turn around, get my hands on him, and looming down at him, you see all of the beams of light cast a maxed guiding bolt directly into him from the antlers, and I'm just like, and
Whoa.
that. Don't jump me, man.
We have a kaiju.
I'm very calm, and then you jump me, and I'm not calm anymore. Guiding bolt is a +8 to hit. 15?
15 misses.
Ooh.
I have a.
Miss.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. It hits. Armor class is 12.
Let's go.
Armor class is 12.
Let's go. My maximum casting level is 3rd. So this will be a 3rd level guiding bolt at no spell slot cost. Which comes out to 66.
Flash.
Why is it not costing you a spell slot?
Yeah, I was also interested.
Because of Stars Druid.
Oh, are you giving
I
up
have-
a thingy
Yeah,
for
I
it?
burn a wild shape.
Got it. Dope.
Yeah.
I've never played a druid, so I was confused.
Druids are so fun.
I love druids. Oh my god.
You got the extended warranty, that's why.
17 plus 4, 21 radiant damage.
Jeez.
Yeah, he just turns like into light, like a fluorescent bulb for just a briefest of moments before, like every fly in an acre radius just is like, and then he just explodes, and there's a bright flash of light that you guys can see under doorways and around corners, and is gone. Unfortunately, that clears your vision to let you see the other two that are sitting here by the fireplace.
Oh!
The power of marshmallow gives you strength to kill demons.
Step the rest of the way through the door to unblock the doorway. And I'll take another 5 feet forward. And I believe that's my turn.
Excellent. All right.
Soot from my eyes.
Jonathan, you're up. And GW, you're after him.
I'm going to move. Having heard the screaming, the yelling, and the nonsense of 3 different people in battle, I'm going to come through. And can I see them as I look through the doorway at this angle?
I think you could be able to see Sisoet and the shadows, which are no longer, being sneaky sneaks.
Okay.
But I think that's about it.
I'm just gonna be like, there's shadow people.
Yep.
Oh, well, forget the shadow people.
They're communicating.
Where's my character sheet? Oh, it's right in front of me. I have too many windows open. I'm going to cast. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just going to burn through these because episodes. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points. I lied. I'm going to use more than that.
Whoa.
You're going to use what?
More than that for sorcery points. I'm going to use
More than that.
More than 2? I didn't know sorcerers got more than 2. That's all they ever seem to use.
That's
Because they're cowards.
Well, while he's looking over those sorcery points, DM, don't you
Yes.
have special things for viewers to do to help the team?
I just wrote in chat that they can use
Like
their
summon
channel
monsters.
They can use channel points and things as well. And there is a player menu down there if you want to use the human money. You can do that as well. I don't know if I have a monster drop in this game, but if someone petitions me, I might make an arrangement. They're always welcome to approach the bench.
I just remember last time I got a elemental buff and I loved it.
They're great. So I'm going to spend 3 sorcery points, but to start, the first 2 is going to turn my burning hands into a bonus action,
Nice.
and I'm gonna just shell up, tilt, and just become a little cannon and
You're
have
Blastoise.
fire. I'm Blastoise essentially,
Oh my god, I love this.
That's amazing.
And just have fire erupt from my open the top
Face
and
hole.
my face hole. Essentially, it's a 15-foot cone, so I can easily hit both of them. That's 3d6.
Please don't set this house on fire.
Listen, collateral damage. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Pfeffers, by the way, your guiding bolt's radiant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're vulnerable to radiant.
3d6.
I like to think that the radiant has like a bleaching effect on the wood floors or something like that, briefly or something like that.
It's gonna be 10 fire damage.
Okay. Right, they both take 10 fire damage, but they are resistant to fire, so they take 5.
Incredible. And in the same thing, then I'm going to use another set of. So I used 2 for that. I'm going to use 1 more for twinned spell, and I'm going to cast Ray of Frost. And instead of just targeting one, I'm going to be able to target both of them with this one.
There it is. That's the stuff.
I love sorcerers for this reason. I need another die.
Jeff, you can still see the outline of the shadow, but it's a lighter impression on the floor, not a darker impression on the floor.
Skull.
It's the
I'm
reverse.
sorry.
When you blew up the shadow, it didn't leave like a permanent shadow on the floor. It left a bright spot where it was.
Nice.
15
To hit.
damage.
Oh
No, it is just to hit. I'm so sorry. I roll damage. I keep forgetting that this is not an AoE. To hit is, well, it was 15 plus 7, actually, so 20. Ooh. Math is hard. I'll get it. Hold on. 22. There we go.
Yeah, that hits. 22 hits.
And then a nat 20 on the second one. So I hit 2 of them.
Excellent. So, yeah, you can crit on that.
I'll reroll my damage. 13 on first guy.
Mm-hmm.
Double 8s on the second guy.
Yeah, he so the first one is crystallizes, and then the kind of dark figure inside of it just like evaporates, and then the frost kind of crumbles to the ground. The second one, you see it like gets slow as frost kind of covers its shape, giving it more definition. And actually, no, I think Rakes, you see him halt just for a second, and then you see a little flash of light in the corner of your eye, and you notice that the one light that was on in the chandelier in this room just went out, probably in response to the Megazord blast from Tsoet. And the shadow warbles for a moment, but does not die, because the chat just gave him Death Ward.
Oh, wow.
Monsters.
Nice.
Brutal.
Chat, this is a feature, not a bug. Never change.
I love you, Chad. Okay, well, that's the end of my turn. It's my action and bonus
Okay,
action.
that's the end of you. Good. Okay, GW? What?
All right. So it seems like all the shadows in this room have been taken care of.
Yeah.
But I hear more fighting in the next room over. So let's see.
Yeah, I love that you identified it, drew aggro to your friend, stay hidden the whole time, and now it's your turn. You're just like, oh, it's all done.
Rogue's got a rogue.
Good job, team. Rogue's got a rogue. Yeah.
Let's see. 5, 15,
Always
15,
be
20,
branding.
25, 30.
Oh wait, so does the owl just like appear out of the shadows and
Yes.
like from the corner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You see him like run
Just run
by,
right by
and you're
it.
just like, ah!
Marshmallow looks at you like and kind of like through the mind link is like, should we name you Chicken?
And as I'm about to like attack like through this door, I look at him with like my glowing purple eyes.
I show like my 2 buck teeth.
We'll talk later. And I'm going to make psionic daggers in my hand. Ooh. And I'm going to I am going to chuck them at this ghost right here. Mm-hmm. And after I do the first one, like my head feels better, and I was like, oh, and I'm gonna make another one and like just put all like my mental stress into these weapons. So I have advantage with my first throw since I am hidden. That's gonna be, what's my bonus to hit?
Believe in you.
Okay, so that's gonna be a total of 19 to hit.
That hits.
And then for the second one with my bonus action, that's going to be 16 to hit, so they both hit.
Yes.
So this with my sneak attack, and then this one. All right. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So that shadow gets 21 points of psychic damage as my psionic blades just like sink into them.
I
Yeah.
felt in math class.
Yeah. You weaponize your headache, and you see it just kind of like almost like glitch for a moment, and then smoke just as it strikes, and it's gone. And I think just at that moment here at the bottom of the round, the door slams open, and you see Phineas Fontanelle come in, and he's just like, the grave. Someone took his body. It's empty.
I didn't do it.
And I think this is a good chance for us to take a little break.
Break time.
So we're going to take a quick bio break, and we'll come back and finish up our adventure. In the meantime, go use the bathroom. Let your pets out, take your meds if you need to, drink some water. Coffee is not water. It is a potion, and you only live so long on potions. And I know because I'm the worst offender. But yeah, we'll see you back in like 10 minutes and get some food. We'll see you guys back here in just a moment. And we are back. I hope you had a great break. I know we did. Several members had to run to let their DoorDash in as they now have food. And the energy level is going to go way, way up now, I think. It'll be great. Thank you, Raiders, for sticking around. I think you guys came from DAG. From Dead Aussie Gamer. Hope you guys had a good time over there, and I hope your night will continue to be good as you hang out with us. If you look at the top of your browser and it still says like equals raid at the top, maybe just refresh the page so it counts as a view for this channel. We appreciate it so much. We promise to do anything important while you refresh. All right. So you guys have killed the shadows, or dispatched them rather. You guys basically, after the giga beam from Soet where he's like, Lich, please. You guys dispatch those, and Phineas Fontanelle comes out of breath, running into the room and says, the grave, it's empty. They've taken his body. And that's where we left off, and that's where we will pick right back up.
I have a question.
This might get tricky.
DM, did I happen to notice if that candle in the room that I'm in currently went out, that one candle?
You can look back and see it's still on.
Okay. Gotcha. Once this guy comes back in saying that they took the body, I'm just instinctually going to be like, I knew it. What was it? Were there any footsteps? Did you see any footprints or dragging?
And the coffin had been like exploded, kind of like the top was all splinters, and the ground was been pushed out and everything and disturbed all around. I didn't want to
see it from one of the windows.
So it looks like something came out instead of something broke in.
Yeah, actually, that would make a lot of sense. But that shouldn't happen. That
mystery investigations cost extra.
No, they don't. This is part of the standard deal.
He's like, no. Actually, I want to hear the rabbit now. Is this something you guys could deal with?
We can handle any problem. Don't you worry, Marshmallow the Magnifamazing and his Magnifamazing minions will be on the case. It will cost you a bajillion platinum. But we will offer you the special weekend deal because you're a friend and you seem to be distraught. That we will lower our prices 99%. In that deal, you may thank us later. 1,000 gold. Each. Upfront.
How do you fit all that on the business card? No, never mind.
He opens his hat
More of
up,
a
like
sales pitch.
kind of just put the money in the hat.
I'm gonna start opening windows.
No. I'm going to say no. I said, you know what? I see my mistake. He turns back to Rakes. Is this a thing that you guys can deal with?
You understand now, right? Like,
No, yeah.
By the way, when
now
he-
that
when he
I've
shut-
said it out loud,
when he
I see
shunned
it.
me, to talk to Marshmallow, I kind of stumbled back and like gathered myself. Like, I've never been so wounded mortally, emotionally until this moment. Like, I have been abused, I have been mugged, I've been made fun of for being a turtle. But for somebody to ignore logic and reason to talk to this creature,
Well, he started saying he could deal with it, and you guys were like, no. He's like, no, wait, hold on. Can you?
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, actually, you're right. I shouldn't have talked to him in the first place.
so yeah, no, we could deal with this. Owl, myself, Tsusoet, and this Marshmallow.
Well, apparently I'm not associated with you.
I'm gonna pick up
We can take it.
Marshmallow and put him on my shoulder.
Shorties.
Indignant. But first, okay, so
That's
When
his
you're-
idle animation. Just
just stat
I just kind of nod and scan.
when your uncle died, natural causes, illness.
he was in his 80s. The whole paladin thing keeps you pretty spry pretty long, but there's a limit to even that, and especially for followers of his, of his sect, especially that they don't really go in for, unnaturally preserving your life longer. It's kind of a thing, natural order of life, death, all of that. Yeah. So, we kind of knew it was going to be one of these days. But yeah, they don't suspect any foul play.
Can I roll a quick religion check just to see if,
Yeah.
because in this day and age, every major religion has an antithesis to
Yes.
it, and I'm trying to figure out what that is to.
That was profound.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anytime I can use antithesis, I absolutely will.
It's
Can I insight check what's his face?
Phineas.
Which his face.
Yeah.
Witch's face.
The one who denied me 1,000 gold.
That's a 21, by the way, for religion.
21. Yeah. Yeah. So, the tenets of this, because you've seen, I think echoes or variations of this other places. The tenets are like kindle the light, shelter the light, all things must end, all things must begin, is kind of the idea behind this. It's almost like Oath of the Ancients, but a little different. There's I'm trying to remember, there's a Warlock Pact, I think, a cleric. There's a cleric domain that's all about this as well. So the antithesis would be, undeath, unnaturally preserving things longer than they should be, things that want just necromancy, but also too, like by extrapolation, by inference, or implication rather, you would also know that things that want to end the world would also be the antithesis, because this is about the natural cycle. So things that want to make creation full stop, that's not part of a cycle. That's an end.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind this.
No, I okay. I look to the owl. And I'm like, did you find anything while you were here other than the lights? Which are they all off now, or just the one?
Just the one that was in this room. I think that you would have the insight from what I said before that perhaps it was shaken loose or damaged in some way with the hyper beam from Tsusoet.
Okay. I'm gonna try to mage hand up there to see if I can like screw it back in, or like if it's been dislodged, to replace it, or to bring it down and look at it if it doesn't turn back on.
So how are you gonna get up there? Is the kind
Mage
of
hand.
mage hand? Oh, I see. Okay, so I think sleight of hand actually might be the best way to try to get it to like to screw in that bulb as it would be. You know.
I have a -1 to that, so let's check.
Excellent.
5.
5.
So
Yeah,
you
it's-
can't do it,
it
but I
snaps
also can
off.
do Mage Hand. And can I catch it?
Yeah, it snaps off and you can catch it with mage hand, no problem.
You broke this.
Again, just defeat on a turtle's face is a hard thing to see, but thanks.
Spooky, could you give me an intelligence-based check? I'll take history or arcana.
Oh, Arcana for sure. 8.
8. You don't know where you've seen it before, but this one is this chandelier is a lot more ornate than the others. It has concentric rings like the other ones do, but this one has probably 5 or 6, and they're all on different axes.
Interesting. I point out the shape and design to the rest of my compatriots. But
Bring down the chandelier.
Looks at the rest of the group.
Please tell me your method is just to walk under it without ducking, and the antlers just catch it and drag it down.
Nah. It's funny, but no, I'll just like a weed grab it from the root. Strength check, if I may.
I'm gonna slap an inspiration on his head.
All right, give me that strength check with
right.
D8 of inspiration.
All right. Are you unlimited in giving those out?
No, I have only.
Okay, I've got your D8 from earlier, and I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay,
use
okay.
that.
Okay.
Strength
Yeah.
18, 15 plus 2 plus 1.
18. Okay. So as you start trying to like pull, I'm going to give you like a choice in this. You feel that if you keep going, it is going to give. But as you start pulling, you notice you've set these rings in motion, and they are kind of spinning. And also, you're noticing when you grabbed one of the lower rings, it turned this way too. So it rotates and spins around a central point in the middle.
I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna freeze, and let everyone else react to this, because I'm not the brains of the group when it comes to these kind of puzzles. But I'll keep just like that amount of pressure that I'm currently holding on it.
And it starts to spin, like the wheels are spinning, and it's like he like pulled like a, almost like a pull string from a toy. And like
Yeah,
winds
it's
it up.
almost like a mobile. Yeah, he added basically his grabbing it added some motion, and now you guys realize that they can spin and turn. Yeah,
And it's all rotating around me.
yeah. You know those things at like carnivals and things where they can strap you in
Yeah.
like that, like the Vesuvian Man, and it'll turn this way and turn this way. It's doing that, but there's like 5 or 6 rings that can move that way.
Oh, this is trippy.
Bring it down.
Hold on now.
Hold.
No, there's
might
magic
be-
to this. There's something to it. Can I
It's
roll an
tricky.
Phineas is like, yeah, if you could not destroy the
I'm gonna look at him.
things-
Shush you! This place is haunted. We know more.
It is kind of haunted, actually. We were a little bit right. So trust me, I hate to agree with the rabbit.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Bunny,
I mean,
Bunny.
my uncle loved that chandelier. He was always fiddling
We're
with
gonna
it.
be careful.
Your uncle is now dead and now unalived.
Uncle.
Wait, your uncle was always
Too soon.
For you.
your uncle was always messing with this thing.
Yeah, he loved that thing. He was always like making sure it was like oiled, and you know, we sometimes would come over for for high feast days and things, and he would be up there messing with it. But yeah,
I think I'm starting to think that this might have been part of like a warding ritual to keep the ground consecrated.
Or it's
house.
cursed.
No, I think it's the other way around.
How do you know this?
How do you know that? If we just start getting into it, how do you know this?
I am Marshmallow the Magnificent.
Yeah, well, I'm Rakes the Turtle.
That sounds
Are we able
dumb.
to see
God, your
the
name's
grave
so much
site
better.
from within the house?
What?
Can we see out a window to the grave site?
If it weren't for the trees, you could see where it is, but it would still be too far to really get details from it. But give me a perception check real quick.
Okay. I look to the owl and I say, sorry,
Nope.
is it the owl or owl?
He's not there.
Oh, my apologies.
Where's the chicken?
He's first of all, owl.
Natural 20.
Ooh, let's
And I'm
go.
gonna-
You look out the window to see if you can see it, and you see the owl just Naruto running through the trees.
I'm gonna let him do his thing. that is solid. That is solid. Him doing his thing. I clocked that, and I'm like, tell me of the second floor and/or basement.
So I know that wasn't an intimidation roll, but at the same time,
if I need to.
no, like you super don't.
Okay.
And he's like, well, the stairs up are through those doors there, and he points kind of to those doors that are above the kitchen area, and there is a basement, but I've never been in it. I assumed it was just like
Do not go into the basement.
right.
You'll probably die.
Yeah, I've heard enough bard
Okay.
stories. No.
Just making sure you understand the gravity of the situation. My arm is getting tired. Rakes, what do we do?
Your mouth is a
My
moving
friend.
and I cannot hear
Someone has
nothing.
cast silence
I'm sorry.
upon you.
Oh God.
I thought you were chewing.
I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna check there, and then at the same time, because I'm the fastest one out of the three of us. At the same time, I'm gonna.
What? I was drinking. I was drinking water.
Clearly, I'm the fastest here.
Mentally,
also-
yes.
And I'm gonna. Yeah, I didn't say the speediest. I said the fastest.
You're the quickest.
Yeah. And I'm gonna mentally send a message to the owl and just be like, "Where are you?" But where are you going? As I make my way upstairs.
Please start with I'm so
making-
sorry.
You hear me psychically reply, I'm making my way to the gravesite right now to inspect
Make
it.
our way down.
Keep us updated.
And I make my
Don't
way up.
die.
Okay.
Although I might be
I'll
able to bring
do
it back.
Owl first. Owl, when you arrive, you can see the scene much as he described. I imagine we're going to be doing some rolls here. The fresh earth has been disturbed. The top half, the upper body half of the lid has been splintered, and there's no one inside the coffin that you can see. And it's a very kind of a simple affair. It's a very simple kind of pine box.
I would like to firstly investigate the coffin itself first. I want to see if there was any like remnants left behind, like like tattered clothes or rips or something, jewelry, anything.
Let's do it this way. Let's pull a little monster of the week here. Go ahead and give me a perception check or investigation.
Okay. All right, so my investigation came to a total of 21.
21. I will answer 3 questions about this.
Oh gosh, dang it. Okay. Okay. 1.
I almost
Are
said, and I won't be
there
coy.
any-
I'm like, that's not true. I'll be honest.
Are there any prints, like whether footprints or drag marks?
No drag marks, but there are footprints leading from this site back to the house before whatever dirt was fixed to the foot gear kind of dislodged enough so they no longer can leave a trail.
Okay. 2. Okay, so it was going to his house. The next question is there anything left behind, like jewelry, tattered clothing, or anything within the box?
Yeah. What you presume to be his shield is left behind. And I'll tell you, it does bear the symbol of Navarre.
Okay. Last question. What part of the house do the tracks lead to? Like, does it lead to like the back door of the house? Does it lead or is there some random barn? Like, I don't know. Like, where do they lead?
If you look at Roll20, it is leading to these back patio steps here in the northwest corner of the house.
I am going to psychically tell the team what I am observing and letting them know that I'm making my way to the back of the house where I see the difference.
Points to Fifth. Okay. So you guys are caught up on what he found.
Okay.
Those in the house, what do you... Oh, yes, right. Jonathan wanted to go upstairs.
If you have an upstairs to this house.
Do I have an upstairs to this house? Yeah, I do. And Rakes, you come out right here. I'm going to put you two off to the side for now.
Yep.
It's the Rakes show. Put him over here too. I was like, what is that apple core? Oh, that's Phineas.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, is this a smashed pumpkin? What am I looking at?
Tonight. Yeah, Rakes, it's much as you see here, much like downstairs. It's quiet. It's still. Seems pretty undisturbed.
Okay. I just want to walk over to where the chandelier would be connected to.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to do an investigation to see if there's anything it's tethered to, whether it's dispensing power to outputting to something else nearby, or if there's another floor above me, if it goes up that way.
There's not another floor above you. Go ahead and give me, I'll take investigation, history, or arcana.
Oh, I'll take the arcana. 23.
23.
Nice.
This chandelier is not a chandelier, actually. It is a stanchion with a thin post and almost like an inverted miniature of the concentric rings you saw downstairs. So it's being presented up, almost like you're standing on the roof, on the ceiling. And here, it's not just rings. You recognize them. They're planets and moons. This is an armillary. And you're pretty sure you could arrange this into some celestial organization and something would be reflected downstairs.
I will try to do so then.
Okay. What's your guts say? Like, what feels significant to you? Or we can chat about this. Like, and it moves easily, and you can hear people down. Like, and I think as you're moving them, the rings start moving by themselves downstairs.
Okay. I will as I'm fiddling with it, I'm gonna send a message to Sosoit and let him know what I've found. And actually, with Sosoit being the starry
Directly under
druid,
you. Oh,
I would ask. Yeah, I would be like, this is more your thing with stars and constellations and everything. I'm a turtle. I can't look up half the time.
portents. No,
Grab the rabbit. Grab the rabbit.
rabbit's on my shoulder, I believe.
Good.
Yep, love that.
If not,
As you walk
Yeah,
up,
I'm still there.
Yeah,
I'm
as
still
you walk
there.
up the stairs, Phineas is like, "Okay, do good." Yeah, you guys are
We'll
upstairs.
bill you.
Okay. I'll pay it.
I'm also gonna take a second to like lean way outside out a window and try to like picture what the stars might be like here, and come to a conclusion that I assume it's daytime. I don't know.
It's dusk now. The first of the stars are coming out.
I just start memorizing, forming constellations, guesswork of what might be seen in the earliest years of civilization and how they might adapt over the millennia and stuff like that, and just try to do some quick math.
I don't even think it's math, Fep. I think it's gut. I think this. I mean, this is so much your wheelhouse. Like your people created this wheelhouse, and I think this is a very natural thing for you to do. Right? Like some people can just memorize lyrics to songs after hearing it once. This is what you do as a star druid. I think this is very easy for you.
So I just gaze up, drop concentration on a few things, and kind of just stretch a little bit, and then sit down and focus on the contraption.
Yeah.
And on the...
Give me a religion check.
Okay. 21.
21. There's two possible configurations that occur to you. One is what would from the planet's surface be basically a supermassive eclipse where all noticeable heavenly bodies would be obscured, not just the sun or the moon. So on this world, like some of the gas giants are a little closer, and so they're visible even during the daytime like another moon. And the two moons on this planet, the configuration would basically hide with massive eclipse everything in the heavens, or the spring equinox when everything is balanced at the beginning of the spring.
And how soon?
You're not sure of when the supermassive would be, but this is fall, and the equinox would be 6 months from now, ish. Okay. So the question is which one do you think is appropriate?
I'm going to discard the spring one. Lean back and just kind of this sense of alarm start to kind of emanate from me.
Yeah, you can phone a friend, man. You don't have to do this by yourself.
I'll explain some of the concepts that I'm coming to and focusing around, and as I'm trying to exactly pinpoint down when this might happen, I conclude with either something soon is either going to happen that is going to be terrifying or quite good.
And that's by looking at this chandelier.
This physical manifestation of the motion of the planets of the solar system.
Right.
I'm going to jump up and hit it and spin it.
Rakes, you have a D6 of inspiration from chat?
I do have that inspiration, which is awesome. Thank you again, chat. Appreciate it.
Head rolls.
Yeah, you hear like grinding and spinning downstairs, and you have Phineas go, "Everything okay?
We're good.
Okay." It's kind of
love
trippy.
you. Mwah.
So the antithesis to it is ancient god, right? That this paladin worships is the end of everything versus the cycle of everything. The spring equinox would be the continuation of spring being life being the continuation of the cycle.
That makes good sense.
You're pretty smart, Shovel.
Points to Quincy.
There's just single turtle tear. Thanks. Nothing worse than being praised by your nemesis.
Oh, please. You're not even good enough to be an enemy.
Again, stumbles back and just catches himself on a wall.
I thought Sassoa had the enemy.
It's a sea urchin.
Oh, my mistake.
Every day I
says into the fourth wall.
So I think the eclipse
would be the spring one, likely.
Yeah. So I think we need to keep it in the equinox for it to keep. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll start messing with it.
Yeah, it's child's play to you. You arrange it in the configuration of the equinox, and it clicks when you get in the configuration, and you hear a sound of grinding down below you, and all the planets light up. Not ominously, not super bright, but as in, like password accepted kind of vibes.
Let's take a look.
Onward.
Yeah, we go downstairs to check it out. And
Yeah.
I message Owl and kind of let him know what we did and what we've done, what the result has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you at, Cornish hen?
Yeah, let's do that now. So what have you been up to there, Owl?
Cornish hen.
Just going towards where I saw those footprints in the back of the house, and I think this was the area you said that I saw the prints going towards.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I am. Is that a door? Or yeah, it's a door.
Yeah, so we're not on the right map, so let me just do this. I think this will be correct. Let's see. Yes, I did a thing. All right.
Sweet. All right.
So yeah, you've got a little. Let's just say there's a little doorway right here.
Okay. I might regret this, but I'm not gonna look for traps because this is typically just a house. So I'm going to just follow where I see the prints and
Yeah, I think you've lost the prints now. Like that's kind of faded, but it was enough to give you direction for sure.
Understood. Well, I'm gonna go on the closest door, which is this one.
Yep.
Stealthily, I'm gonna stealth through.
All right, great. I'll have you roll if it becomes an issue. And as you come in here, you can see this is a small office, and the books that are in here have been tossed on the ground. There's papers, letters. There's an inkwell that's tipped over, the ink spreading slowly over the surface of the desk. Fireplace not lit. A bust of what you're assuming maybe is Navarre, and this place has been clearly gone through. It's been turned over.
I see. So something was in here. I think to myself, I wonder if they were looking for the same thing we were looking for. And I would like to investigate the room to see if there's anything of importance in here.
Go for investigation. And while he's doing that, what's the plan for the upstairs crew? Are you guys coming down?
I am.
Did Owl let us know that he was going down?
Yeah, Al, did you communicate your location?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Then I think I'll start heading towards him to assist, knowing that right now, strength in numbers.
And so for my investigation, I got a total of 24.
24. I will answer 3 questions about this room.
Okay.
Do you like this? I'm kind of digging
like
this because it's like I'm not going to just like make up junk, and I don't want to like give you information you're not looking for. So this feels good to me.
Yeah. Okay. Question 1. Is there like a lockbox in here?
I think there's not a lockbox, but some of all the drawers except one have been opened.
Ooh.
And perhaps because it was locked.
I'm going to keep a hold on those other 2 questions, but I'm going to try to open. I'm just going to try to open that that drawer to see if it opens by itself.
It's locked, but I think you would be able to get it open pretty easily. Give me a sleight of hand roll, a lock picking roll.
Okay, here we go. Ooh. That's gonna come to a total of math. 25.
25. Yeah, you start to do the picks, and then you realize that there's a little button underneath that is, it's not even, it's like more like a catch where you lift it up and it moves the thing out of the way and you pull it open just fine. There is a diary and there is a painting of what you assume to be the paladin. He is thusly arrayed, no weapons on him, no helm on, but he screams paladin vibes. And with this house in the background and a little boy with red hair on his knee.
A little boy with red hair.
Got it.
Can I assume that this little boy is the guy that we were talking to?
You can assume that, yeah.
I don't like the way you said that.
I don't like the way you asked that. No. You asked me a specific way.
I am the owl is a very avid, quick reader. I would like to glance over this diary to see if anything of good purpose can be taken from this.
I'll count that as one of your questions, I think.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Let's do it, yeah.
Because you're getting information from a scene, right? So basically the I don't know if it's bothering anyone, but he was given this house because a lot of paladins have, oaths of poverty or austerity. And he was given this house by a patron of the order. And he sees living here and taking care of it as a great duty and service. And mostly because of what the patron means to the order, but also because of in several places he refers to the house not as his home, but as the vault, and that he has to keep it sealed. He has to keep it protected because the house affords him a place to live, but it's not its purpose.
So the house is not its purpose, and you said that he refers to the house as a vault.
Yes, in multiple places, almost like a synonym.
Got you. Very, very interesting. Last question for this room is, do I happen to see a line of action here? Is there action? Like someone, turned this room over and they were kind of, moving through the room. Do I see, can I put together to see if,
it seems to be the same direction that you came through, starting from the door and then moving outwards towards this door here that leads back into the main room. And I think you have reason to believe that it was very recently, because the ink is still slowly spreading across the table.
Ooh. So on the psychic link, I let the team know this, and I'm gonna end it by saying, "Hey, keep an eye on that rabbit. Is he?
I wanna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier."
You guys get this message just as you're entering back into the main room, and directly below the chandelier armillary is now a circular opening directly beneath it with steps in a spiral pattern leading down into what must be the basement.
Where's the nephew, quote unquote?
You don't see him.
God, it's always the redheads. It's happening again.
Rakes, he's not a redhead.
I thought he was a redhead.
He's
not a redhead.
Picture.
Oh no!
I told you we should have trusted him. No one listens to Marshmallow.
We gotta go downstairs.
Have we all rejoined?
I'm gonna wait for the owl if he's not up here yet.
I'm swinging in the chandelier.
I'll head
Daytime,
down
nighttime,
to the rest of
nighttime.
I'll head down to where the team is. I think they're in the basement currently.
No, you guys are on the same floor. You're just like literally just right there. Like you're in the next room.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Just stealth out of the room. Hi.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's up, Goose?
Kind of
We
like
just
I kind of like that one actually.
I'll take a copper out of my pocket and ding down the hole. See what I hear.
It clangs as it goes down the steps, and you hear it hit bottom about a floor down and do that. Shh.
The big copper.
Well,
Pickaxe, jump.
let's get to it.
All right.
let me go down first.
I'll go right
Kind
behind
of
you.
scope it out for us. All right.
Marshmallow
Yep.
shoulder. If marshmallow wishes.
How long does Pass Without
Yes.
Trace last?
I think
I've dropped
stopped it, right?
concentration on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I was gonna say because you should still have it, but no.
Do I see DM? Do I
can up
see a staircase going down or anything?
Yeah, it's a spiral staircase going down that just opened in the middle of the floor. That's what you've got.
Okay.
Oh, I can do that at will. Have a pass without trace.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to try to
for both.
if it can be done, if you think it can be done, I would like to stealth down the staircase if possible.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll it. However, I will say that coin clanked down ahead of you.
Don't worry, I will give you some cool entrance music. And Marshmallow pulls out a set of drums from his.
No.
Okay.
Has- Magician six going. One. Yeah, heck.
Chaka, ooh,
Along
gotcha.
with the drums.
When I get that feeling.
No, he's just like ba 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 ba. Now they can't see you.
I stealth down with a 22.
22, excellent. And here's what you see.
The John Cena bit. I love it.
Okay. Oh. Ooh. Okay.
And we are going to drop you. We'll say that it comes out right here, and we'll put you fools kind of.
Excuse me?
Sorry, people, valued members of the team.
Bunny.
Right there, like that, as your order of coming down. But Owl, you can see it feels old down here, quiet, still, kind of earthy smells. There's various supplies and things down here, and you could hear, I think, off in the distance, someone moving rocks or walking through like gravel or something. Yeah. There's some motion, not motion, but evidence of motion someplace you can't see up ahead.
I can't see up ahead.
Well, it's not in line of sight. I know that you have dark vision, but it's not about visible light. It's about line of sight.
Gotcha. So it.
Is there any moss or any kind of flora whatsoever down here?
Interesting question. Yeah, I would say that there's some. I wouldn't say moss. I would say more like mold or lichens. Lichens. Yeah, maybe some mushrooms. Things that don't really
I
require
whisper.
photosynthesis.
I whisper. I could ask the lichen a few things. If we
Do
think
it.
it'll help.
I kind of nudge Rakes. Psst, Raphael, is this like the inside of your shell? It's all like moist in here.
I have to keep it moist or else I get crackly and then it hurts when I come out. So
Oh, that's unfortunate. I get that. I get like these really stiff paws too.
Yeah, he gets
I got it.
ashy.
I gotta make sure I keep it moisturized.
Yeah, though you should. What I do is I take my mage hand and I use that to.
You do that too? Yeah, I do that too. I use the mage hand to kind
Wait,
of
I'm like,
my back.
stop it! Stop trying to make me like you.
I will eat a little bit of dirt off the ground, and then
What is
there should
wrong
be
with you?
the staff.
Stop it! Spit it out! Spit it out! Spit it out!
Peace, friend. And cast Speak with Plants using 3 charges off the staff.
All right. Talk to me about that spell. What does it let you do exactly?
You imbue plants within 30 feet of you, limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow simple commands. So, I can question the plants about events in the spell's area within the past day, gaining information about the creatures that have passed, weather, other circumstances. Difficult terrain, such as a tree, that doesn't apply here.
So you're basically speaking of plants. You're going to ask you're asking the environment questions about the environment.
Pretty much.
Great. 3 charges, 3 questions.
Okay, I like it.
And this doesn't represent like the number of questions, but rather the richness of information available based on the circumstances.
I like it.
It's not like Talk to Dead where you have 5 questions and that's it, because we know how that goes.
Greetings.
Salutations.
When was the last time someone, to your knowledge, passed through here?
Now?
I look to the party and what other questions should we ask? Kind of eyebrow lift.
I like to think that they heard.
Are you talking to the weed?
Yeah, of course.
Ask him what happens if I mix them and mash them and snort it.
Are you consumable?
That's one of our questions.
Aren't we all?
What'd they say?
Go for it.
Oh,
But in a second.
okay.
That's not one of your questions. Like I said, this isn't Speak with Dead.
What other questions, friends?
You should ask him. Besides us, where did the last person they saw go in this room?
Where was the last place this other being go? What did they do? Where did they end up?
They say they went to the nothing, where nothing grows, nothing lives. But it also bristles like a wind, like a wind is blowing it, but to indicate direction that it went this way.
I do a and then do a like a this thing, and then I indicate towards that location. Thank you very kindly. Your name is Bruce, and I sever the connection, and I nod to the.
He has given me name.
I nod to the heron gun. Go on now.
I mage hand, I pick it up and I eat it.
I will move a barrel.
So much.
Wait.
A short time.
I indicate for the rogue to know that the barrel is there in a passage, without making any noise.
The rogue will go to work. I'm gonna stealth over here, kind of check things out, and then kind of get closer to here. What do I see?
You can see there are 2 figures. One is partially obscured by the cave opening, and it's hard to make out, but seems to be fairly large, kind of a bruiser type. The other one you can see more clearly is here in the center near something that kind of just thrums with religious significance. There is a glowing orb of what you only describe as black energy, and even though you're doing this with dark vision mostly, because there's only a little bit of light down here, it's not that you can see that it's black, you can feel that it's black. And there's another figure there who is dressed up in what you would probably describe as cultist gear, kind of a black headdress plus partial faceplate, and dark robes of some color, of some kind of darker color, maybe burgundy or black or gray. And he is muttering, either casting a spell or trying to dismantle a spell or something, here in that center point where we see that kind of sigil on the ground.
Everyone on the psychic line gets the visual. I send them a visual of what I see so they can see the same thing I see.
I have an idea. Do we want to stop them?
Well, what are they doing?
Or do we want to interact with them?
Probably want to stop whatever they're trying to do down here.
Well, that's rude. They could be doing some really good stuff down here.
Yeah.
They could be very wholesome and philanthropic.
Yeah, probably. Listen, I could. If you get out of the hole, I could wedge my head in there, and I could do fire. And there is a small space.
That's what she said.
Oh, that's a great point. Could I fit through the hole?
Yeah, I mean,
That's what she
it's-
said.
Okay.
Dang it, Quincy.
Take an inspiration.
2 points for Quincy. I would remind you all, you all have pass without trace right now, right? Because you can do it for free.
Correct.
So if you're wanting to be sneaky, you all have that plus 10. Yeah, you could. It's not quite difficult terrain, but it's definitely a one serving per customer kind of space for you.
Okay.
Like I think actually, Marshmallow would have a hard time getting in, like in and around your feet, if you were going through.
Oh,
That's fair.
Oh, that type. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go in last.
And put the
tell you
cork
what, okay.
and put the cork on the bottle. Excellent.
I was gonna say we could do that thing that I'll go in my shell. You kick me in, and I'll start spraying fire.
yeah,
That
so
sounds
cool.
So cool.
I bought a firework like this one time.
Just yeah. And then you guys come in after me
More.
To clean up.
to clean up the rest.
Let's do it.
That's to sew it. Don't forget, you still have -3 to your strength.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Dude.
Oh yeah. Nope. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Rolling stealth.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Natural one.
Jesus.
What did you get, Quincy? It
Natural one.
was a natural one on your
Yeah.
stealth.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh no. I
Just
didn't
checking.
get much better. I rolled a 3
Shut up, rabbit.
plus
Bunny!
14.
Bunny!
So 17.
Same thing.
Get it right, Goose.
I'm gonna be. Actually, Al. Normally, I wouldn't defend him, but that'd be the equivalent of calling me a tortoise, or when I'm really not. I'm a turtle, or calling
Okay,
because of the
alright,
difference.
okay.
That's right.
Pick up the turtle.
Did you say a tortoise?
A tortoise.
He said tortoise.
No, he
I
said
was-
tortoise.
It was a
I have
tortoise.
He said tortoise.
I have a weird accent.
A turtle turd is what I heard. That I heard
That's what I heard
the portmanteau
It's
and
from the elemental plane of
turds.
I pick
Yeah.
up the wet boy.
Hey, Jonathan. Points to you.
Crap. Worth it.
By the way, the points are made up and they don't matter.
Yeah, just like my dad. So,
I'm pretty sure I can prove biologically he did exist at least one time.
We're back to the belly
but
button
he's
thing.
dead to me now.
Correct.
That's what matters. All right, I rolled a 26 stuff.
Excellent.
I'm gonna shimmy myself into position.
Excellent. By the way, from the chat, nothing says friendship like using your friend as a Molotov cocktail. And I,
Even
Would
friends.
you say that we?
I 1,000% support this.
Would you say that we offset the
the one.
rabbit?
Yeah, so we have a
one.
1. Fev, you had 17.
Yep.
Spooky, you had like 23 or something.
26.
26, and G-Dub? Like 34.
Close. 31.
Yeah, so group stealth, over half of you made it, you're good.
3 hands clamp over the bunny's mouth.
sneaky. We were so stealthy. No one could find us.
Just your whole face, just
Yeah, my mage hand on top of your hand.
And then the
all
team
right.
suddenly realizes what they should have been doing the whole time.
I'm gonna roll,
Just kidding.
I'm gonna roll my burning hands in there.
All right.
We're just gonna roast these guys.
So, are we doing a duo tech? Or are we having?
am I bowling you, bro? Am I sending it?
I mean, I'm here for like power mashups. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just yeet me in there. And actually, you know what I can do? Do I have enough? Hold on. I might have enough.
You're counting sorcerer points.
Yep, I have 2 left, which is perfect.
By the way, if you need more, you always can convert spell slots.
True, but I won't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my last 2 sorcery points,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to cast Burning Hands twice,
Ooh.
and it's going to come out, instead of my head hole, it's going to come out of my arms and my leg holes as I just spin and do 66 fire damage in there.
I look at Marshmallow and be like, dab me up, bunny.
Oh boy! Stop it. Inspiration.
Thank you. Am I doing can I plead in athletics? for
Oh,
the bowling?
absolutely. Athletics check.
Excellent. I've got a +1 and a -3 and a
believe in
D8.
you. And I can give you my.
Oh, I already rolled it. Oh, it's low. Oh, it's low.
5, 4, and 6. 4 and 6, 10, 15.
Don't like that
Nine minus
maniacal
3,
laugh.
that's a 6.
A 6 total.
Yep.
So you give the lunge, and like an amateur curler, you let go like too late because you're trying to overcompensate for the lost strength. And Rakes gets like here in the passageway and kind of like bumps. And then the spell goes off. Good news. It absolutely will hit the 2 guys inside. Bad news. It'll hit the 3 guys outside. Burning Hands is a saving throw.
Burning Hands is indeed a dex.
All right, dex saves, everybody.
Alrighty.
15 to pass.
Natural 20.
19.
Nice.
Natural 20, let's go.
I have a 15, and I will use my lucky footwork just for funsies. 17.
This is dex 14. Does that pass?
Nope, fail.
Okay, and yeah, 23.
Okay. Those 2 pass. Or that passes, the other one fails.
Okay.
So it is, for those that failed, it's going to be a hot 32.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness. That's a lot of hurt. That's a lot of burn.
And so, 16
16.
for half?
Oh, I'm sorry, 31. I lied. I did my math wrong. 31.
Did you succeed that save, Sasowit?
I did.
Okay, good.
Bunny on fire! Bunny on fire!
You know what's so funny? Literally, the second that you said that's gonna hit the 3 guys outside the cave too, Twitch did this really funny thing where it was like, "Hey, elemental resistance for you with using your channel points." I was like,
I will let players donate channel points to other players, but not themselves.
Oh, that's more generous than I am.
Yeah, I only play an evil DM on TV. Excellent. I think that is an excellent surprise round. So let, as it were, and let's go ahead and roll for initiative. Here at our final boss. Final
Natural
boss.
Natural one.
All right,
You're going in with me, buddy.
give it to me in the chat, please.
We're bear this rabbit. Sorry, bunny.
Yeah, racist.
I mean, well, okay.
Speciest.
Specious.
All right.
Specious.
Got this.
Xenophobic? No.
Yeah, actually. I mean, broadly speaking. Okay.
I have a
Yes.
+4 dex. How about you, Sisoit?
No, +1.
Okay.
No, definitely going to the rogue.
Okay. All right. So we got the owl with an 18. No, 16. Sorry. Then Fef with the other 16. We got Jonathan with an 18,
That's
and
with a -1.
Quincy gets a 7. And then let's see where they are in the order. Last is the shadowy figure.
All right, good news, bad news. Good news, I'm not dead. Bad news, I'm out of sorcery points.
And okay. All right. Top of the round. Our cultist guy down here goes first with a dirty 20, or a flirty 20, if you will.
Hey, yo. There's a turtle in a hole, which is not a euphemism either.
Yeah, see here. He is going to cast a spell. And
Counter spell.
you aren't a caster.
I know.
And you have to have line of sight, bud. I love the energy.
Oh,
I was ready.
Listen, I love the energy as well. Yeah, Rakes. Could I get a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh no!
You could. Do I have to?
It's in your best interest.
19.
Ooh, 19. That will do it. You feel a charm effect try to take you over as black lights, black flame encircles your head, even inside of your shell, but you shake it off.
I bite them away.
Yeah, you bite them away, and you can hear like whispers of gibbering and incomprehensible words speaking from the void itself just for a moment before you shake it off. Next up is going to be Rakes. What would you like to do?
I am gonna take my movement, and I'm gonna try to move. If I move here, would that provoke?
No, you'll be fine.
Okay. Actually, hold up. Because I'm here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was here.
You were kind of in betweeny, so I'll let it slide. Yeah. Yep.
I want to shimmy around him to not provoke. Up.
You'll provoke from the.
Oh, I will.
From this guy.
That's fine. I'll provoke the attack.
Yeah, he'll make an attack.
Okay. Do it. Bet you won't.
It's only a 10. It's only a 10.
Cool. Miss. And from here, I'm gonna do another Burning Hands. But I'm gonna do it at a level 3.
Okay.
And a third level, and I'm gonna hit both of them with it. That's gonna be 5d6. Where's the rest of my dice? I don't even care if they're not vulnerable to it. Damage is damage, chat, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise, okay? If they're resistant to it, that just means you're not hitting hard enough.
That means you just do more.
That just means you gotta keep going.
Send it.
Guild of.
Math is hard.
Top gap.
6, 12, 17 fire damage.
Do we need to make a dex save?
Yeah, if 15 again. Or half as much.
Both save. So it's what?
So 15, so half, so 7.
7. Yeah, got it.
And that's. I have a bonus action. Do I have anything that's a bonus action cast? I don't, because your boy is dumb and didn't action economy very well.
Well, when you can manipulate the fundamental forces of the action economy with your spells, with your sorcery points, I think you could probably cut yourself a break.
20 feet. I've got my Eyes of Darkness. I have this, which I'm saving for a rainy day. Don't worry about it. Disregard. That's all I got. Yep, and my turn.
Okay. Into your turn. Next up is Owl.
Hi. All right.
In Owl, I will let you know that after the ash and fire subsided, there are 2 more of those shadows from before here in this room. I want to point those out to you.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. There they are. There they are.
They sure are.
So, my friends out here, they did pretty quick work of them before when we were upstairs. So, and right now our shelled friend is in this thing alone.
Yes, your spellcaster is alone inside this very small room. Yeah, which for them has been bad. You know,
I'm going to I'm going to try to snipe. Ugh, gosh, who should I try to snipe? I'm gonna try to snipe this creature. What is this thing? Is this bones? What is this?
That for now you get a good look at it. It appears to be the animated skeleton of the paladin.
Oh,
that's fun. That's gonna be great. That's gonna feel good.
And it looks like bones, but not really. There's way more meat there. He now that you're kind of like looking at him, I can describe. His skin is gray and kind of droopy in some places, like it's not attaching to the bone very well. And there appears to be a predatory look in his eye and a longish tongue, and his hands have claws, like the fingernails continue to grow in death and have become pretty nasty looking claws. This has all the looks of a predator if it were a naturally occurring creature.
Oh God, keep away from school.
Whatever prayer they did over this dude's body was just not good enough. All right, I'm gonna snipe him. I'm gonna create my psionic blades as like the my psychic power kind of like ripples down from my eyes, down my shoulders, and into my hands. I'm gonna throw some daggers at him. So the first one is gonna be with advantage. Does 18 hit?
It does.
Let's go.
Sweet. All right, and for the second one, oh, that's 18 plus stuff totally hits.
It's 18 plus stuff, yeah.
Yes. So
Math is hard.
That's gonna be a total of these bad boys. All right. Yeah. So there's this. All right. That could have been better, but you know, it's fine. 18 points of psychic damage.
Excellent.
How did he react to that psychic damage?
He hissed and growled, shook his head for a moment, and then looks ready to leap. You do not think he has resistance.
Super sweet. And with my oh no, that was my bonus action that I used to do the other thing.
By the way, chat has named this creature Arby because he has the meats.
That is so upsetting.
All right, that was
Curly fries.
let me see. So that was 5 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I still stand that
I'm gonna kind of like bolt over here. Just to be in a better position, and that is my turn.
All right, great, love that. Next up is Fef.
All right. So
And
I'm going
after
to
you is the shadows, just so you know.
Oh, good. I'm going to. I'm assessing everything. I'm trying to assess everything. I turn and I use the last 6 charges on my staff as I slam it down, causing a line between. I don't know how to ping.
Click and hold.
Okay. Here to here. And cast a 6th level spell.
What?
Wall of Thorns.
How do that at level 5?
He has a
It's the
staff.
staff.
Oh, I was like, the math ain't mathin', man.
So is
That's
a
gonna be the
line like
last
is a
6
line like
charges.
this, Fef?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a tree will form in the middle as it destroys the staff and sprouts into a tree. They both need a dex save of 14.
Okay.
And it's 10 feet high, 5 feet thick, 20-foot diameter. It's a whole giant wall.
It's a whole scene.
Is it bramble or is it thick, like a tree thickness?
Well, two things are
Creature
happening.
can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully.
But also his staff is turning into a tree, which is separate from the spell itself.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, I see why there's confusion. One failed, one passed.
Okay.
Who failed? Who passed?
He failed, he passed.
Can I silver barbs that?
Let's go.
Yeah, making me roll it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Silvery barbs is so good.
Boy.
It was a 15 plus 2, 17.
Yeah.
Good try, though. Good try.
Dang.
I don't have enough d8s. I gotta
I don't have
grab
enough
my roller.
D8s. What a good problem to have, though.
I know.
7d8 magical piercing. I can double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Luck point
6,
from chat
7.
says so it.
Hey, I'll take it.
Cool.
It thick.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just reading the
That's
chat
gonna
now.
come out to 38 damage.
How much?
38. 38.
Jeez.
So 38 is going to be what, 19 for half?
Yes. believe so.
Describe the destruction of both of these shadows.
Okay. Staff gets planted. I back up, making sure the rabbit doesn't hop forward as it unpacks this massive wall of growth and barbed destruction. They get caught up in it and are slowly just kind of pulled apart. In the wall, the entire wall, all the barrels get popped, all of it just. And then I turn, and can I see the dead Templar?
He is emerging from the cave now, yes.
Then with my bonus action, I will go into archer form and hurl a bolt of magic at it.
As part of the silvery barbs, you get advantage on this one.
Let's go. Let's go.
I always forget about the advantage.
I got a +8. That comes out to 22 to hit.
That hits.
D8 +3, 9 damage.
9 damage.
Radiant.
Radiant. Yeah, he is not susceptible, but that's still good.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that will be my turn.
He takes a staggering hit, hisses. Quincy, you're up, and then the undead paladin is next.
All right, question. This is it didn't really explain it really well in the feats thing, but my special ability, Ace of Hidden Ace, which allows me to like attach a spell as a bonus action to a card.
Yeah, is that meant to be like a like literally an ace in the hole where you have something prepped but doesn't count towards other shenanigans?
I'm wondering, like, my question is kind of, yeah, it's kind of like it's like a hidden ace where I can cast a spell as a bonus action. Does that count for me, like, unable to cast a spell as my main action?
So so no, it wouldn't. We can say that you had done it earlier.
Sure.
Because you're activating an item, not casting a spell, so you could double up for sure. That's the power of that.
Okay, so but I think it uses my spell slots anyway.
It does use the spell slot, yes.
Because I'm using the spell slot to infuse it into the item. Okay, so I will looking into the hole or the cave mouth area to see what is this here and here. I'm going to use my main action to cast Spray of Cards, which requires a dex save of 14, 15-foot cone of spectral cards, and everything in that 15-foot cone. I'll avoid Donatello, and takes dex save of 14.
Thanks, bud.
And this is at the Undead Paladin?
Yes, and whatever spirit thing is right there too. If that's
the you're talking. So this is the Undead Paladin. You're talking about this guy.
Do I have to get in? Probably get it like that
because it's a cone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you'd have to approach. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get in like that. I'll hop off and.
Okay, and what's the save?
14 dex.
Okay, the Paladin passes and.
Silver barbs. No, I can't do that. I don't want to do that.
You can do that. It's the beginning of your turn. You have your reaction back.
Yeah. Does a 15 pass?
15 does pass.
Okay, they both pass unless you have something else up your sleeve.
They'll only take half damage here.
Okay.
But that's okay. So that's
lethal 52 pickup.
That's 10 force damage. So have that to 5.
Okay, 5 for each. All right.
Mm-hmm. And then, I'm sorry. I completely used the wrong dice. It's 2d10, not 2d10. That's 19 force damage. So have that to 8 or 9.
Adjusting.
Yes. Bonus action, I will take Hidden Ace and cast that at my highest level, at the 3rd level Spray of Cards, which is 3d8. So another dex save for both of them, dex save 14.
Nice.
Lordy.
Spellcasters, man.
Yeah. The save is 15?
14. It's still 14.
14? Okay. That assumes I was paying attention the first time. The Paladin fails, the other guy does pass just barely.
Okay. Can I make the Paladin re-roll that at a lower with my silver barbs?
As your reaction, yes.
As my reaction for the turn, yes.
Yes, go ahead. I will do that for you now.
Re-roll to the lower.
Sorry, wrong guy.
Yep.
No, this one was better. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. 3d10. The one who failed is blinded until the start of its next turn.
Ooh.
And that is a total of 20 force damage. So 20 on one, 10 on the other. As part of a... Good?
No, he's got like meat hanging off the bone. He does not look good. And he is blinded. Okay. This is
the one who failed does. If it succeeded, it doesn't. It's not.
Yeah, the Paladin. This is why I can't have nice things. And how much more damage to the guy who saved?
It's 20 total.
20 total. That's half.
No, 20 total of force damage, half to 10.
To 10. Okay, got it. He's not looking great either. He is fully turned away from whatever he was working on to deal with you guys.
Cool. As part of the Silver Barbs, I'll go ahead and give it to Leonardo. You get advantage.
I swear.
Rakes, you have it. Now, the terms of service on this, Rakes, is you have to agree that that is your name in order to receive this. So, I mean, whatever you want. I'm kidding. Yeah, so the Paladin, ex-Paladin, he was going to go after the owl, but now he's going to just do a disadvantage attacks against my bunny friend here since he's closer and he knows where he is. I
can use the rest of my movement to get back to my to Susolit, right?
You could. He could use his reaction to do an opportunity attack, though.
Sure, Mr. Blind Guy. Try it.
Try it, I dare you.
Crawl me like a trio, don't you? I guess you just hop up.
Just go in there and see a bunch of cards just spread all over the place, and then just runs.
Does a 15 hit?
It's the first time he's been attacked.
I know.
It does indeed.
Okay. We're going to make this. Let's see. Yeah, we
What the
can.
heck in Sentinel feet?
This will be a claw attack.
Okay.
That's going to be 14 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a con save.
Oh, God.
Holy heck.
Make it to me.
Con save. 16 plus 1, 17.
You save. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, you just feel these claws of like solid shadow rip through your little bunny flesh.
Not the tail.
As he like kind of like in your general direction. And where are you moving to?
I am going to move back behind Susuit.
All right, great.
Is it still there? Please tell me it's still there. I can't see. I don't look.
I think you're good.
On his turn, he's going to attack you, Rakes, because you're closest. It is at disadvantage, but he does get 2 attacks. Does a 18 hit?
It sure does, but it doesn't because I'm gonna shield.
Yeah, you better.
Let's go.
Okay. So the next roll is pointless. Wait, Quincy, does that make you a Saku Jimbo? The bunny rabbit from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Non-canonically, I love that.
Yeah, I know I garbled that pronunciation, but I haven't said that since middle school.
We knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
No.
Which was 30.
No, it was
7 years ago. 34 years ago. Okay. Okay, so he makes 2 attacks, misses because of shield, as his claws strike ineffectually against the magical shield you toss up.
My shield is just another turtle I'm inside of. I'm like those rushing nesting dolls.
I need you to unpack that one for me.
And when the spell's duration is over, you just zip it and like come out.
Like a molten.
Then top of the round, our cultist guy here is had enough of this, and realizing that you are probably the biggest threat, Rakes, is going to attack you. And let's see what I want him to do.
Hit me. Do it. Try it.
All right, fine. He draws a great sword and attacks twice. Does an 11 doesn't hit, and natural 20. And I'm using the dice roller on D&D Beyond too. So for a total of 27. So okay.
27 to hit or 27?
No, to hit. Yeah, but it's a natural 20, so it doesn't matter.
Michelangelo's not long for this world.
Okay.
You're just gonna go through all of them, aren't you? You're just gonna.
I did.
You start glowing and floating.
When smaller turtle was inside of you, was that one of the other TMNT? It just pops out Mikey.
Okay.
Ready to go?
It's going to be 15 points of slashing damage. I think.
Do I have any sort of resistance because of my shell to slashing?
I don't think so. I think it's just that AC
yeah,
bump.
it doesn't grant anything, so that's fine. I'm sorry, 17?
15. That's what I said.
15.
Yeah. Didn't roll super great.
Still up, but
Is it?
bloodied.
Okay. And he just like he kind of comes forward, slashes with one, slashes with another as you kind of like duck out a little bit, and catches you right in that seam between the front and the back shell. And and he's just like, nothing. You will come to nothing. Rick, you're up.
Bub. First of all, ouch. Second of all, bird, baby bird. And I'm gonna do another burning hands because I got it like that. And you're both right in front of me now, so
Let's go, Uruguay.
Oh my God.
how dare you start coming up with more out of different franchises, Quincy?
What did he call you this time?
Uruguay.
Way from Kung Fu Panda.
Oh my gosh.
How dare you? Give me a dex. Dex save 15.
Who, me or Quincy?
I had to look to see if they were still in my line of fire because I was not gonna move.
Backwards.
As a DM, I have to ask these kind of questions. Make sure you are aware of all the opportunities.
That's fair. You know what?
Just helping things along.
Oh no, that's gonna provoke from one of them. Never mind. All right.
So the knight fails, the cultist succeeds.
Knight fails. Good. Hold on. Math is hard. 26.
Yeah,
Half as much on a save.
13. You immolate the reanimated paladin, and he crumbles to the ground, skin still smoking, bone showing through in various parts, also blackened, though not charred. And he is down. I will take him off the board.
I'll let everybody else know. I'll be like, I got one, but I'm running really low on spell slots.
And stop me if you've heard this one. Hellish Rebuke. I need a dex save.
Oh! Brutal.
At second level.
Oh. F's in chat for crush.
F's shot.
So good.
What was the name of the turtle from oh man, that one anime movie from Over the Hedge?
Oh, I don't want to say.
Was it like Lenny?
Lenny.
Lenny? There it is.
Because it was Leonard. Yeah. Also, if you've never read the Over the Hedge comics, brilliant. That is I have a -1.
Ooh.
I have a 0.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's going to be 18 points of damage. Of fire damage.
I'm down.
Oh no.
As your smoldering body is on the ground, he just smiles and says, nothing.
But
And-
hold on.
Turns, yes.
Hold on. I was waiting for this and I forgot about it. Where is it? 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 Strength of the Grave. When
Ooh.
damage that isn't radiant or damn it, never mind.
Or fire?
Oh no, because this wasn't a critical hit. I lied. The last one was a critical hit. Reduces you to 0 HP. You can make a charisma saving throw, which is DC 5 plus the damage that I had taken.
Hey yo.
On a
Ooh.
success, instead of dropping to 1 HP or to 0, you drop to 1 HP.
So you got to do a 21.
Yeah, which means with my charisma though, it's not impossible. I
No,
need a
it's
14
true.
or higher.
It's really true.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's a nat 20, baby.
Oh, let's go, Koopa
Oh.
Koopa! Bowser.
I'll take that one. I will take that one.
I can
Beast.
see it in my head.
Oh my
Goes
gosh.
down,
Smoke
dude
is coming out of
turns,
my
turtle
armholes, my
head
leg
pops
holes,
back
and my
up.
head. Yeah, just smoldering and angry.
When he like looks down at you thinking you're dead, says nothing, do you like say anything back to him?
I've lived this long, and I'll keep living. Better men have tried, and better men have failed. And I'm gonna hide right back into my hole.
Yeah, the turbo was mugged.
Because he's nobody's fool. Love that. All right. Okay, Owl, you're up. There's one enemy remaining.
And I have one.
All right, I'm going to ninja run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
All the way to an Arby's.
I'm gonna say, "Hey, back off!" Shoot, shoot, shoot. I'm gonna start throwing daggers at him. By the way, what color is this? Is this guy's hair? Can I see his hair?
Because he has the helmet and faceplate on. No, but I will say this: he's generally the same height and build as Phineas Fontenelle.
Interesting. All right, so so this is gonna be the first one. Oh God, that's horrible. Does a 9 hit this guy?
No.
Okay, well,
Dang it, Penguin.
let's try. Oh, you know what? I am going to now use the luck I was given.
There you
from,
go.
There you go.
There it
Christina.
is.
Oh, dag nabbit. Does a 12 hit this guy?
No.
Can I give him
All
my
right.
D6 inspiration?
I'll just try.
You
Huh?
want to hand it off, chat?
If I can give it to the owl.
Yeah, I'll let you hand it off.
Thank you. Let's see if we can get something good. Does a 14 hit?
No.
We tried.
Yeah,
We
just
tried.
keep in mind, all the damage done to him has been saving throws. No one's tried his armor yet.
All right, and this is for the last one. Oh my God! That was a nat 1.
I'm stabbed now.
So all my
Better
blades
minute.
go wide. Let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
No, man, I'm an owl.
You know what? I'll get right up close to him. I want to try to take his attention. I was like, back off of him! Get off! And that's my turn. I am done. Does he look alive, by the way?
He does.
Okay. Cool.
And his now that you're closer, you can see a lot of the motif is bones and that kind of ilk and things.
Gotcha. All right.
All right, after the owl, Pfeffers.
All right. He's dead in my eye line. And I'm going to look down and be like, hey, you know nothing of nothing. And
He looks right back at you and says, "I do."
I go
Jon
to
Snow.
cast Hold Person.
Interesting.
He's not a
Wisdom
person.
save of 14. Double checking. I assume it's wisdom.
It is. Was it? I think it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was.
Yeah, wisdom save of 14.
17.
And I'm going
It's
to
a
follow up with
12 plus 5.
with a infuriated roar as I take this deep inhale, and all of the stars on the points light up again, and I send a maxed out guiding bolt as my bonus action.
Such a horrifying attack in like the most radiant way.
And you're able to do.
Hadouken.
You're able to do that as a bonus action because of a class feature.
Yes,
Okay.
that's a nat 20.
Wow. What's that like?
Yeah, it couldn't be me.
So that hits.
Okay. How do you do your crits?
Double the dice, add the bonus once.
Okay. Give me just a second.
Send him to the Shadow Realm, bro.
66. That's gonna be 12d6. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Got this. Save the ostrich.
That's a dead even 50 radiant damage.
How do you want to do this?
A goal.
No.
What a Power Rangers finish.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, you just inhale like star stuff like Kirby and just shoot it out like Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, and then just a bleached line in the stone.
Nice.
Yeah, you punch basically a hole through him, like not metaphorically. And as he's like crashing to his knees, he just looks you dead in the eyes and he's just like, nothing is coming. And you see the light go out of them and he falls.
Stomp in, give it a kick for good measure, hand a potion to the turtle.
I follow in behind him and also give him a kick.
Wait, the turtle or the dead guy?
I also thought the same thing.
And yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of hear on the outside of your shell.
I still think that there's a fight going on because nobody's told me otherwise, and I'm hiding inside, so I'm just chilling.
Okay. Out of
like a water cooler, you put a potion in the top.
Okay, you guys are out of initiative. What do you want to do? You still have this like glowing black orb above this sigil here in the middle of the room.
There is a tome to be found.
I check the body to see if he's got the tome on him.
It's a great idea. Give me investigation.
God, why do you hate me?
Quite the opposite, sir.
It's 14 plus 2, 16.
16. Okay, excellent. Yeah, he does not have the book on him, but he does have the last will and testament of Axial Fontenelle on him. And I think also you could easily take the mask off, and much like Scooby-Doo, it is young man Fontenelle.
Old man Jenkins.
Yes. It is the non-redheaded guy who you met at the very beginning.
The mask goes into the hat.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And any other things of note on him? He does have a great sword, and he does have a holy symbol. Appears to be like a unhewn like chunk of obsidian or something that's just kind of attached to like a simple leather band.
Dibs.
I take
Hold
that
now, friend.
and I show it to Sasua to see if they have a better understanding of what it could be.
I'll hold it up. Can I make some kind of maybe Arcana check for astrology or a religion check?
I would take religion or nature.
Oh, nature it is.
And I'll give them a help action.
I'll take it.
Yeah, advantage. Yeah.
Yep.
How does the help action look on a nature check or a religion check? Are you doing Gregorian chants?
We both like smell it and we lick it, and we just kind of take a really good hard look at it in the light.
I'm following their
lead,
their guidance on this one.
Okay.
And that's a 22.
22. Sasua, you have a strong suspicion that this isn't a physical object. This is much in the way of oysters. When something foreign to its environment gets inside of it, it naturally creates layers upon layers of protection. This is a piece of grit that is foreign to reality, and reality has formed layers of protection around it, which is the object you hold. You think that this, to use Jonathan's word before, may contain the smallest mote of the antithesis of reality. To put it succinctly, it's nothing.
Yeah. This is above my pay grade.
Dibs.
No. Sorry, buddy.
This is going to the flubs, and we're get rid of it.
Just make sure you knock first.
What?
No. Fair.
I'll hand it to the rogue.
I'll pocket it.
Don't break it.
I'll put it right next to the holy symbol that I got earlier.
Where do you guys get all the good stuff?
You were literally ransacking the house.
Yeah, but
So hush.
you guys
GW,
could have joined.
GW, I need you to make a dexterity check. Saving throw, rather.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh, man.
You're saving against antithesis.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, so my deck save comes
Shouldn't have
to
let
a
it out of my
total
hand.
of
Oh no.
17.
17. I think that you're able to realize just in time that there is some kind of reaction happening in your pocket.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Have you ever carried a 9-volt battery in your pocket and then realized that you also had change in there? And then realized my pocket is scalding hot. This is bad.
What Bill Nye the Science Guy life are you living?
What happened?
Jonathan, the best one. The best one. Hey kids, don't try this at home. Jonathan, you should absolutely try this at home. You can see, he asked, you have to reward, punish curiosity. There is like a pulse of light and dark coming from your pocket, accelerating quickly, and you have just enough time to like toss it away, I assume. But you're going to take 19 points of damage. Yes, that is the half.
What kind of damage is this?
This is... There's nothing that you'll be resistant to. I can't even quantify this.
Okay. I throw it.
And you see an explosion that is perfectly silent and blinding, and neither holy symbol exists anymore.
And this literally happened right after Sisoa said, "Don't break it."
Yes,
Gotcha.
and then you put it with the thing about creation. You put
Everybody-
it with the thing about creation in your pocket next to it. Yeah.
I'm gonna burn the house down now. And I'm gonna go upstairs.
What the heck, Rooster?
Owl.
I know you must be in a lot of pain right now, but what the heck?
Wow. So I guess the holy symbol and that other obsidian didn't like each other at all. At all. And
You hear windows closing.
now they're both gone.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think we're going to end right here. I know at least one person has a hard out. But any like little quick final things for this?
Scorched earth, just to be safe. Burn the house down.
Awesome. I think
We're salting everything.
Yeah.
I'll lend you my
Yeah,
burning
yeah.
hands.
Yeah, I think as you're making sure you get every part of the house, you do find inside the oven the crumpled up body of a redheaded man.
Oh.
That wasn't me, I promise.
And we'll never know.
And we also loot the
I would
place.
pat the bun's head and be like, we're gonna go, you stay here. You stay.
No. No.
If they go back to the Grey Watch, I want to latch on to like Susoit, like on their back.
Oh yeah, I think the house is now burning along nicely, and before it gets to the front door, I think maybe Rakes taps his badge to it. The seam glows white. They open and all walk through with Sisoit being last, and I think you absolutely can just grab his leg as he's like, "Hey, why?" And you guys go
Oh no,
through.
I'm totally for it. I'd turn back towards him right before I walk through and everything. Let's go, buddy.
Like, go.
Excellent. So, and that's our game. Let me have Jonathan, who does have to go, remind everybody who he is, where you can find him, and then if you have to jump off, sir, you can, and then we'll do the rest of our goodbyes. And I have a little thing I want to show everyone that I think is really fun here to end the stream.
Thanks again, everybody. My name is Jonathan Perez, Latinos Against Spooky Shit. Spooky Shoot. And you can find me everywhere as such. Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and the like. Thank you again for a phenomenal game, for giving me 16 different names in 4 hours. Quincy, an absolute charm. Sir Pfeffers, a phenomenal scene partner. And the Owl, as angry as ever, but God, we just love them. And of course, Jason, for being a fantastic storyteller. So thank you guys. Much love. I do have to hop off, but you guys have a phenomenal night. Adios.
Bye.
Have a good one, friend. It was a blast.
As we continue to do the end here, I will fix that right now. Why don't we have Sir Pfeffers? Why don't you go ahead, greet you, tell everybody who you are, where they can find you, and all that good stuff as I fix this little glitch.
How it do, how it be, how it is. I'm Sir Pfeffers. I hope you're doing well. I am very excited. And this was a blast. This was so much fun. I love Sisoit. I made him just for this. Just the idea of this kind of just always in motion, just kind of in slow motion, kind of angry, kind of calm. Just druid dude with the high beams on, you know what I'm saying? And I got to do it, and it was super fun. Thank you again for everyone for playing with me, and thank you, Jason, for having me on the show. This has been super fun. I make content. You can find it as Sir Pfeffers. I'm the primary dungeon master of the Long Shot Table over at the Twitch channel over there under my name. And we got 3 weekly stream campaigns. There's a YouTube called Jake and Pfeffers, and it's got years and years of that level of content in it. And feel free to go nuts.
And I will say this as a little moment of support and endorsement. So Ben Brainerd plays the comedian with Longshot a lot, and he likes the PvP we do here so much. He is now, I think, going to regularly run very lightly skinned rules of what I do on Longshot, and I'm going to play in a future game, so I finally get to have my day in the sun. So be sure to be watching for those PvP games, because if you like the arena, it's very similar, and completely with my blessing and endorsement, it should be a lot of fun. There always needs to be more games in the world. G-Dub.
Hey everyone, I'm G-Dub. You can find me on IG and Twitter under G-Dub005, 2 B's, 2 zeros. You can also find me most Mondays on my channel, which is Fimble42. I am normally the rabbit in that game. Yeah, and I am working on some VO stuff that might be coming out sometime. I'll let you know about that. But yeah, it's been a pleasure playing with you guys. I definitely liked the Owl as more like irritated today, more irritated and like headache, and just like, let's just get it done.
Kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Quincy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Quincy. You can find me at Quincy's Tavern on TikTok, Instagram, here in Twitch as well. We've been going through a Baldur's Gate challenge run whenever I have a chance to get to streaming, but been busy with other things. But I'm so glad I was able to join when Jason was like, "Do you have time in your schedule for a Grey Watch the game?" I was like, instantly like, "Yes." I'm like, "Yes, I will make time."
He responded so freaking fast.
I don't have time for a lot of stuff, and I need to make time for certain things that I really enjoy, and I haven't done D&D in a hot minute. So this was a chance for me to really create a character that I'd never created before. I made Marshmallow just for this, and it was an absolute ball, and I'm so glad I got to annoy my party. I apologize, but also I appreciate you dealing with it. But it's super fun because I always like making the edgy characters try to play the dad, because they have to be the responsible ones for once, and it's super funny to watch that. But you can find me else on all sorts of stuff. I've been working right now. Obviously, Mackenzie and I released our cookbook, a recipe, Traveler's Guide to the Lucky Griffin, Recipes and Regalians. It is available on our website, luckygriffin.com. There are also different variations of the book. We have some production destroyed books, ones that kind of like got bumped and scuffed during manufacturing, that are available for discount price, and those are Goblin Goblin approved, and they have an exclusive Goblin stamp inside of it.
I love it so
Did the
much.
goblins try to help with shipping? Is that what happened?
They did, and so it's got scuffed out. Some of the things are it's completely workable product. It looks great, but it just has a few kind of bumps to it. And I think adding the Goblin approved sign as that like
It's a fantastic way to do it. Yeah.
Guys, those books come pre-loved. That's all.
It's amazing. But working on some other stuff. We have more content coming out in terms of videos on TikTok, as well as working on my first novel and everything. But I appreciate you joining me and letting me come and do Havoc.
Yes. So here's the fun thing I want to show at the end. As many of you may have noticed here at the bottom of the screen, it says tonight's stream was sponsored by The Deck of Stories, which is a product that I made a few years ago and now have back in-house and doing more with. And that statement down there isn't entirely true. It's more that it's powered by The Deck of Stories. So before this game yesterday, I did 3 draws. And the cards that I got were these. Let's see, I have them locked. So the first card, whoops, why can't I grab this? There we go. The first card we got is number 66. You inherit a mountain chateau, only to discover another also lays claim to the property.
Ooh.
The second one was card 48, which says the body of a paladin's deceased father has disappeared from its grave.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
And card 63, a family will lose everything unless a hidden room is discovered along with the heirloom it contains.
Very
And
cool.
so with, you guys saw how the game turned out. There's slight variations on this, but I use the Deck of Stories all the time. I used it when I was running stuff on Quincy's channel more regularly. I use it here. And so these were the cards for tonight. So if you want a super easy way of creating an adventure in as little as 15 minutes, or just a great source of writing prompts, you can get the Deck of Stories as well as the Deck of Stories Special Edition, which has 90 cards with 5 different themes, from steampunk to gothic horror to pirates and jungles, and all of that. And let me see if this thing still works. Boom, right there. The Deck of Stories, create an adventure in 15 minutes or less, and you can find that at thecriticaldice.com. So I thought it'd be fun to show off the cards. I'll tend to continue to do this at the end of the show, kind of do the card flip to show off what it is that spawned this adventure. And by the way, Quincy, these were the cards that your magician read from to tell your future as well. And if you go back and listen to what I said, it's these cards as well, which could describe you or describe the adventure you were about to have.
That's fun.
So there's a little fun Easter egg for any of you guys who want to do that. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to do a raid. The only person I saw that on here that I was like, oh, this might be fun, is that Bronze Girl. Only person I really recognized. If anyone has any other suggestions, I will take those. But while we're looking, you guys can find me at Critical Dice on Instagram, and Heaven Help Us TikTok, as well as thecriticaldice.com, where you can get dice subscriptions, merch, and the Deck of Stories. And so let's go do that Bronze Girl, and we will say our good nights. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Be safe. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, and that's something you do. And if it's not, maybe spend time around people who you love and who love you back. We'll see you guys next time.